It's showtime.
It's showtime. I
Yeah.
had coffee and I'm so excited. And it's still daylight. How cool is that?
Okay, who's all screwed up with daylight savings time? It's like weird light in my room,
Same.
and it's super bright downstairs where David is.
Yeah.
Hello, daylight savings.
Hello. And yeah,
Yes.
the dogs are way off schedule now.
Yeah, and it always messes them up for a while too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well,
Mhm.
hello. Oh my gosh. I see all kinds of peeps in the house. Already a bunch of you here. Welcome to the Coleman Collective. I am Sarah, the traveling button, and this is my hubby, Junk Drunk Mantiques, David.
Hey.
And every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we bring our biggest and best finds of the week. It's fresh picked vintage. So, we get excited about curating for this
Yeah.
sale because it's an exciting time, and you
Yeah.
guys always show up for us, and it's just the darn best.
Well, and it is. And what the fun part, okay, so
Sure.
just I'll just give you a little um, light into how the Colemans work. So, Thursday and Friday we did picking, and then Saturday we ended up not having to because we got so much stuff. But through all day Saturday we were editing, and I do encourage you all to, after this, to watch Sarah's new drop that she did this morning. Really cool video, a lot of fun finds, a lot of good information in there. And I dropped a 5-minute video, so but it's worth a look. But the cool thing is on Sundays, what we do is we wake up and it's kind of like a whole process all day. We look at our items, clean it if it's not already clean, and then we just hang out with some sales on the YouTube, and we dig down into the holes and find out about all the vintage, and then we bring that to you with it all fresh in our heads. So it's a lot of fun.
It is. It is. We look forward to Sundays, and it's really good to see you guys tonight. So we're gonna have a good time. We have some seriously awesome stuff. We have another silent auction this week. We're excited to tell you about. And yes, you got 5 minutes to
Sure.
watch David's video. That's right.
That's
He's
right.
breaking into his video editing skills a little at a time. So no
I'm
worries.
going from shorts to small to medium and then maybe big someday.
That's right. And my videos,
You
some
went
weeks
big.
the music at the estate sale is so barftastic and loud. I can't do a lot with it other than play music over it, maybe talk over that too. So, yes, did drop a new video this morning. Check it out after the sale tonight if you get a chance and you still want some content. Otherwise, check it out in the morning.
Yeah.
But there is new
True.
content to watch on both of our channels. So while you're here as well, if you have not already subscribed to myself and to Junk Drunk Mantiques, my hubby, please do so. We are a married couple with two different shops, two different names,
Yep.
two different YouTubes. So if you would throw a subscription our way, it would mean a lot. It's free. It's an easy way to support small business on the tube. And if you would throw a little thumbs up on this video as well. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the top because we've got some people to say hi to
Yes.
tonight. And we've got some people in the house. Daniel Harpst.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello. It is great to see you. He is first one in the chat, and big love to Preston too, because I know he's there lurking. We've got John Steelman in the house and Karen Williams, who, by the way, is going to be our bid ender tonight. My girl Amy had a family emergency that she's probably going to be away this evening. So
He's doing
Karen
fine.
Williams is filling in for Amy and doing the bid ending tonight, and we definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Susan Jackson, hello. Ready for fun and frivolities in
Yeehaw!
hello to you and Tim. We've got Les in the house. Hello, hello. And then there's David. David's on the screen and in the house. What's
I
going
was so excited. Like I said, I had some coffee and I'm really wanting to do the sale. I'm just so excited.
I'm just so excited.
I'm excited.
Kathy Kynes, howdy, howdy. There is my girl, Amy, Vintage Wildflower. Hello, my dear. Linda, howdy, howdy. Sarah Lee, hello. We share a name, but no relation. Sarah Lee Coleman in the
You
house.
never
I'm
know.
Sarah Ann Coleman. Ariel, hello, welcome. New name to me. Grady Grupo, Gavin, and Karen Gillette up there in Canada, watching up north. Hope you guys are staying warm. Lisa, hello, my dear. It is
Lisa,
wonderful to see you tonight. Kathy Plunkett, howdy, howdy.
Kathy,
Perla, hello. And Tiffany
Carla,
Brantley. It is great to see you
hi.
guys. So I'm scrolling down a bit. Vicki Laurent, I see you in the house as well. Let's see who else we've got. Tammy Bennett. Oh, I don't know if you're still in the hospital, Tammy, but wherever
Different.
you
I think
are.
that's a different Tammy.
Oh, this is Tammy Bennett, not Tammy Benton. I
Yep,
always get those confused.
I did that in my head too. I already
Yes,
processed that.
yes, very similar names.
Yes,
Apologies.
very.
We've got Jamie here. Let there be light. That's right.
Oh,
And Taylor and all
hey,
the
Taylor.
peeps. All right. We have, let's see, I'm going down. I'm scrolling down, scrolling
Hey,
down,
Taylor.
scrolling down. I see that Karen, she's chasing vintage. I see
Yeah,
Don Kurtz and Laura Orton and Shanna and Brad. Bridget, hello. I caught part of your sale today, Bridget. I love your handmaids.
yes.
Such great stuff. Hi, Patty. All right, you guys. Well, I am scrolling to the bottom. If I skipped you or I missed you, I'm sorry. Brenda Bat, I see you. Hello. Hey, Steele. Um, so how this is going to work is we are going to do all offer ups tonight. So we're going to show you an item, give you a price, and then you can bid on it in the chat. Now, please make sure that you have subscribed to both our channels to be able to bid. And in order to bid, also, if you would send an email to ttb sarahc@gmail.com. And what we need from you is your YouTube name, your shipping address, and most importantly, your PayPal email. We ship to the address that is in PayPal unless otherwise noted. Okay. So once you pay, it gives us your address and PayPal, and then we ship it out. And that way it's covered under PayPal insurance. All right. Cute Fluff in Canada. It is great to see you as well. Debbie Gutierrez in the house. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. So private auction. David, do you want to kind of tell everybody how that is going to work? Because we
Yes.
do have not a private auction. I'm sorry, a
Silent.
silent auction. I'll
Well,
be your private dancer.
and
Sorry,
the
I
reason
won't.
we do it that way is we do like to keep it private, so that
Private.
way you can feel comfortable bidding, as well as it just makes it a little bit smoother on some of the higher dollar items. So what we're going to do is start as soon as Sarah shows the items, and she's going to do that after we talk about this. But she's going to show the items that are coming up for the silent auction. If you are interested in those items, we're going to ask you to email ttbsarahc@gmail.com. And there is going to be a reserve price on the item, so the starting price. And yeah, Susan's got it for $1 million. So
All right, no need to bid. There we go.
10,
Done. We can just log off. Good night. It's been wonderful. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. And so we're going to ask you to enter in the dollar amount of your bid. If you want to add the highest bid that you're willing to go, you can do that in the email. Just know that we won't even look at that until that comes in as a factor. We will, throughout the sale, update on where the highest bid is, but it will not be announced who's at the highest bid. And then when we get close to the end, we are not going to announce any more on what the highest bidder is. It'll just come down to the last update, and then we'll cut it off right at the end of the sale before the recap. So actually, I think Sarah was talking about trying to schedule it for right at 10 p.m. Eastern to cut off the silent auction. So that way, if you do have to run and grab something, you don't accidentally miss the announcement or have to ask and all that. So,
And I will ask my mods too in the chat, please, about 5 minutes before 10 p.m. Eastern, if you guys will just remind us so we don't get caught up in what we're both talking about,
yep.
And forget. And that way we've got a little bit of time to close that auction. But 10 p.m. Eastern is going to be the time tonight that we are closing the silent auction. We, of course, will still be doing offer ups the rest of the evening, but the silent auction will close at 10 tonight. And the reason we are doing a silent auction, we had some feedback from several of you, and we always appreciate hearing how,
Yes.
you know, what you think as far as how we should sell certain items. And we decided on a silent auction just because I feel like it gives you a little privacy. You know, if you're bidding on something that is a little more expensive, you may not want the whole chat to know, and that's okay.
Right.
So, and if you're okay with the chat knowing, that's fine too. So, if you are going to be bidding in the silent auction tonight, just let us know. I want to remain private, and
Yep,
that
in
is
your
fine.
email.
We'll not be telling the amount that the items went for. We will only announce the winner if the winner's okay with that. And if the winner doesn't want to, even have their name in the mix, that's okay too.
Yes,
So,
and one more reminder with that. So if you are interested in that and you go to email, make sure when you come back after emailing your bid that you are all the way up in live chat or all messages on
yeah.
you. Okay,
Yes.
and make sure you're all the way over to the right to the live video as well.
Yes, that is correct. Patty Rose, I have not heard anything. We are still waiting
No,
to hear because she was going to be in the hospital for about 7 to 10 days, I believe. So, and Susan Jackson said she's a silent moderator.
you
Crack
just got to keep it real quiet. Don't tell anyone.
Big secret. Okay, so so that's the way it's going to roll. Now let's talk about the silent auction items. This is going to get us kicked off for tonight. And this will technically be my first item. And David, I think I did include this in one of my 20. So, all right. So there are 2 of these. Now, if you do watch my content, you know that we found these at an estate sale over the weekend. And if you're following me on Instagram, you saw that I did post about these. And I have 2. They are 1930s wall sconces. And they are basically what would be considered almost like theater lighting. And in fact, from the estate sale that we got these from, the estate sale runner, when we were checking out, did tell me that these were once in a theater in Denver. So I thought that was pretty neat. They do date to the 1930s, and they are made by the company called Nesdam, Nesdam. Okay. And Nesdam made several different renditions of these lights. And from everything that I can find, it's a very obscure glass company.
Yeah.
But from everything that I can find, it looks like Nesdam is a company that originated in Holland. So these have, yes, a great and interesting history behind them. And the fact that they would have hung in a theater as probably like theater side lighting in Denver, I think is so neat. So let me tell you a little bit about them. I'm going to take them apart. So what you have is a beautiful piece of glass that is frosted. Okay. And it sets into the chrome holders. And right here, you can see it says the pat pending for, and then right over here, you can see it does say the word Nesdam, Nesdam. Now, if you are not familiar with these, this would be the back side, which is frosted. And the front side then is nice and shiny, kind of like a cased glass feel. They are in such good condition. Now, there is one that is in better condition than the other. And so the way we're going to do these tonight is for choice. So we do have a reserve on these. We are starting the reserve at $300 for choice. Okay. And then it will go up from there. And that is very modest, what we're starting them at in comparison to what they sold at. The last pair of these sold for $1,100, actually over that. So we are not selling them as a pair. We are going to sell them as choice. There are 2, and I'll show you the other one too and the difference between the 2. This one is the one that I would consider to be in excellent condition. There are no chips, cracks, weirdness whatsoever on this one. And again, it's the frosted glass on the back, and then this wonderful shiny, and I'm going to get in really close so you can see the Art Nouveau design on the front. Okay. So again, if you think you want to email us to bid, that is the way that we are accepting your silent auction bids tonight is email ttbcrc@gmail.com. And the reserve that we are starting for choice is 300. Now, this is the back metal piece, and it is actually chrome. And I want you to note that it has a wonderful Art Deco style as well that almost looks like an airplane propeller, doesn't it?
It really does.
It does. And so the glass pieces set into this chrome piece, And this would be partially what would have held a little light fixture that would have gone through there, and then the little cord would have run through here. Now,
And
you still could
it's an
put
easy wiring.
lighting in these. That's what's so neat, is if you wanted to put lights in them, you certainly could. There are not lights in them now, and there is no cord opening on these. So
It
would
goes through the back.
go
Yeah.
through the back, correct. And then there is this little wire hanger on the back, which is what they were hung on at the estate sale
And we were so afraid to grab them.
on the wall. So we were both like, should we even attempt to get these off the wall? I'm scared to death. But we had to check them for damage. So we did. And we were very glad that we did. So they fit into the chrome sconce really nicely. And then they do hold. So it's not like it's going to pitch forward. It is actually held in there. Okay. Again, very old Art Deco, 1930s wall sconces. They are identical. I'm going to show you the other one just so you can see. The other one does have a tiny chip on the back. It doesn't affect display whatsoever. It's just on the back where somebody has probably put them into their holders. This is the second one. And you can see, again, from the front, no issues whatsoever. Okay. And you cannot tell that there are any issues. The only place where I found a sliver chip is right there on the side, which is extremely minor.
And that
And
slides
then
in the chrome.
there is another one right under where it says Nesdem. On this one, there is a tiny chip. Now, all of that being said, the places where it has damage go behind the chrome and you can't see it anyway. But for choice, you can choose between best condition and second best condition. Yes, they did come out of a theater in Denver, Les. They did. And I'm sorry, I haven't been seeing your comments because I've just been talking. But if there's any questions or anything throughout the sale, this is what you'll be bidding on. Reserve starts at $300 for choice. And again, they do hang with those little wires, which is just kind of scary, honestly. So I'm so excited about these. I know that there were several of you interested.
Well, girl, it was a theater in Denver, but they didn't know which one. They just, at the estate sale, they just knew that they had gotten them from a theater in Denver.
Yes. And the estate sale that they came from, it was a very large house. And she had traveled extensively through Indonesia. So there was a lot of tribal Indonesian art. And then she also had been and looked like spent quite a bit of time in Thailand at one point. So there was all these different nationalities. And then there were these Art Deco pieces on the wall, and David
on the wall above all this glass and stuff.
Yeah. The damage is totally minimal, especially for the age. I mean, you can't tell that it has any issue. It's literally just on the back on the sconce where it sits in. So beautiful pieces. Reserve starts at $300, and that is our silent auction for the evening. If you have questions, feel free to ask David and I. And we're going to get ready and go into the offer up portion of the sale now. And that way we can get rolling on everything. And every so often we'll bring them up and remind you that the silent auction is going on. And we thank you guys so much for your bids in advance. Okay. So David, you want to go first?
Of course. I've got
wait. We should tell everybody about just in case and shipping and all that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we do run our sales with a just in case. What that is basically your highest price you're willing to pay for an item. Now, when we do the just in case, that is going to be during the countdown. We also ask that if you throw in a just in case during the countdown, just to be mindful of the fact that we prefer you to be a current bidder in that live auction, so you don't come in and snipe with a just in case. Now you can throw down just the $10 minimum or whatever, and that'll get you into that bidding process to where as soon as the just in case comes up, you can throw in whatever number you want. It's just a good strategy. It helps you have a chance, even though there is going to be a lag depending on your internet, the device you're using. And so it's all just kind of a helpful tool for you.
Yes.
And so what that does then is when we count down, when we get down to our bid end from the lovely Karen Williams, if there was a bid for 50 and your just in case was 60 and we have a bid end, then you get that item for 51. Simple as that. If this is your first time seeing how these kind of sales go, just watch this first item and I promise it'll be super simple and you'll get it. So
yes.
also, Sarah and I do combine everything because we are in the same house. We're a husband and wife team, and we will be invoicing Tuesday morning after we are vintage tomorrow afternoon. So,
yes.
All right.
Right. And that is that. And did you tell everybody we're in Colorado? I forgot.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. I think we're there. I think
all right.
Get ready to start the auctions. And yes, I wanted to show you one more thing I forgot about those. So to whoever decides to bid on those, this is the hanging lamp that matches them.
Wow.
And it is just spectacular. So anyway, there is a hanging lamp that matches. It's out there, which I just thought was amazing. All right.
Yeah, that's the fact that it's out there. Okay, Sarah, I'm starting out with some cobalt blue glass for 20. And I think this is a good time with that light coming in so you can definitely see what we're looking at. It is a nice, beautiful paperweight. Now, I do not know the maker. I'm going to show you the bottom. It's a dented or indented base here and really beautiful clarity on it, nicely sculpted by hand. But yeah, I could not find this online, anything comparable to it. It's definitely a very unique piece with that wrapped glass handle. And it's just a paperweight, so you can just set it right there on top of the paper. It has a definite unique style and would look great with your glass collection if you didn't want to put it in the office. But yeah, it's just a really beautiful color. Let me put black behind it just so you can see how dark the cobalt blue is.
It's so pretty. I thought when we first found it, I thought it was a pumpkin.
I know. Same.
And I mean, technically it kind of could be.
It could be a big old blue pumpkin. There's nothing wrong with that. And it does have that pumpkin look. Yeah, so you put your paper down there and set her down.
Set her down.
Set her down. And I like how it looks a little squished at the top. Yeah, it kind of looks a little snaily.
A little snaily.
A little snaily.
Yes.
It measures 3.5 inches tall and then 4 inches in diameter. And so what I like about it too is it has the bottom like of a vase, and you would think that you can open it up, but it's just a solid piece, so you can't get inside of it or anything. So, and I had seen this. I think we got this at a flea market. That I had seen this a couple of times, and was on the fence. And finally, they had a little bit of a sale, and I was like, I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a weird one. I don't know. I still see a pumpkin. Like it's in there. I know.
Yeah. Or a really large blueberry.
Did you say blueberry?
Yeah, I'm trying to say it the way Lemmy says blueberry.
Blueberry. Okay, we've got to get the cowboy hat off Lemmy.
I know, man. All right, so I'm not seeing any interest. I agree, Don. I love that color of cobalt blue, but I'm not seeing any interest, so I will bring this back for the recap.
Okie dokie. All right. So kicking it off for me tonight is a cute little piece of Villeroy and Bosch. And this is the butter melter. And David, I'm going to start this little guy at 14.
I love this.
It is so cute. 14. And Villeroy, and people say it Villeroy or Villeroy. I actually Googled how to say it because I don't want to come off like a boob during my live sales. So I Googled it, and it was Villeroy and Bosch. That is actually the way that you say this. Well, that is a German luxury brand that's been around for since like the 1700s or something. It's a very old, made in Luxembourg. It is a very old brand, and it is very pretty. I was drawn in by the primary colors. You've got little tulips, and I thought, gosh, wouldn't this display really nicely with like a Fire King tulip dish or anything with the primary colors, even like a primary set of Pyrex. And I love it. It's in great shape. It does have that cool little mid-century handle. and it is also little stem that is super mod and fabulous. And again, no issues whatsoever, and a really nice brand and a great little addition to your collection. So you definitely could put this on the stove and heat it up if you like. Heat up your butter in it. I think it also, from everything I know with these, would be oven safe too. So the tiny pot would be used as a butter melter. That was the original intentions. That's why it has the little spout. So if you're popping your own popcorn, old school
Oh
style,
yeah.
like my grandma and grandpa used to, that would definitely be its use.
Gotcha.
Very, very sweet. And it is in great shape. No issues. So $14 for the little Villeroy and Bosch piece in the great primary colors, that hunter green, red, yellow, and blue.
Very cool.
Yay. All right. Well, I don't see any interest. So I guess we will just move on. Hopefully everybody is here. I know David sent the email, and I appreciate those of you guys that are here.
Yes,
Thank you
thank you
so
guys
much
so
for
much.
being in the chat and watching and hanging out. And if you are a lurker, pop out and say hi. We want to say hi. Butter
Yeah.
your muffins.
All right, guys, I have a choice, and I'm starting these off, and I'm going to just put them on the board. So let me find the one with the marking. So these are made in Japan, and I think only one has a sticker on it, but I'm going to just show you. So they were all made in Japan. This one has a sticker, but I'm selling these as pairs. So these will come as a pair, little 1.25 inch tall little pottery pieces. Okay, so I think people are definitely in a lag, or we may have a bad lag. So let's go back to your item, Sarah.
Sorry, honey. Okay.
No, you're good.
All right. Robin, you can just, I didn't see any other interest in the Villeroy and Bosch. So, Robin, we'll just give that to you for 14. David, you go ahead and show your items. Thank you, Robin. And guys, make sure that you're in all messages or live chat, because I think sometimes it can affect how the bids come in.
Right.
I know we had this problem the other night too. So
they're doing something.
sorry for the confusion. Robin, I've got you for the little butter dish. Thank you.
Okay, well, perfect. Congrats, Robin. Hi, Wendy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to it then. And thank you so much, guys. So cute little pots. Don't want to knock them down. And they're coming as pairs. So this pair has, you can have the curved look with that like feather style for the blues. All right, those two come together. The second set that would come together, if you are interested, are these two here. And so you've got those colors, a little bit darker blue in it, and they kind of resemble more like a barware type of pictures. And last but not least for choice, set that over, are these two fellers. And I love them because they have different flowers, but they definitely belong together.
Yes.
And I think there's just some schmutz on there. Oh no, that's just part of the pottery. So that's just part of the pottery, the browns that are in there. Shirley and Patty, I saw your bids. Shirley is in at 10, and I think we're going to go ahead and count down.
And these are for the pairs, right?
These are for the pairs. So choice for the pairs, you've got this set here, and this set. So I'm just keeping the sets together.
All and right, we are at 10 with Shirley B. Laura, your 9 just came in. So if you're in the lag, guys, make sure that you're in that crazy old setting, all messages or live chat. There we go. All right.
Yeah, these are cute little decorative vases, great for your little shadow box display. If you have a small shelf, these fit in really nicely, and just nice little accents. And you can definitely put some wildflowers, little pieces in there. I think would be cute. So Shirley's at 10, and this is for the choice of pair. And Patty Rose is in at 11. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know, they're really adorable.
Knocking him down, isn't he?
He's thinking about it. I'm like, no, let me
no.
Hold.
Like a little bowling ball and just seeing which ones go down.
Remy.
I see it in his eyes. He's got that murdering pottery look.
All right, so there's our bid end. Patty Rose, you did not need your just in case, but it was after the bid end anyways. Just realize that. So Patty Rose for 11, just let me know if you want the set of flowers, blue, or gray, and we'll just do it that way. Even
Awesome.
though, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
flowers, blues, and grays.
and then behind Patty would be Shirley B. and Laura Orton.
Okay, so Patty, I got you for the flowers.
Okay.
You
She said handled and flowers.
Okay. Handled. Got it. Got it.
Okay. And then it would go to Shirley B. So Shirley B, if you would like the little mod ones, let David know.
Okay, so Shirley, these are yours for 10. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Congratulations. Those are fun estate sale finds that we got over the weekend as well. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. So I have something kind of out of my wheelhouse, but I was very excited about. And sometimes when you see something, you know it's something great. And that was how it was for this Bonbon 10. I am actually going to start this 10 at 64. And the reason why is it dates between 1898 and 1910. This is not a reproduction. This is a really good example of a vintage 10 made in Sweden. And it is antique, very antique. And I thought that the 4-leaf clover design was really spectacular, especially in March where we are. And this would have been made by Pales. Now, they had several different sizes of these 10s. Usually, the little 8-inch ones go for around 70 to 90. And this is the great big one. Like I told David, I was like, I don't think I've ever found a 10 that's spectacular ever. And I've seen several over the years. They're not my specialty, but I do know a good one when I see it. So this is the big one. It's 10 inches tall and 9 inches wide. It is absolutely wonderful. And you do have the original lid as well. Now, these came in 2 colorways. There was a red one and there was a blue one. And the blue one was for the bonbons. Okay. And look at the design. They're picking 4-leaf clovers. And she has this wonderful little basket with all the goodies in it, her pastilles, and look at the little clovers down here. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. And to be in this good a shape for the age, again, this dated between 1898 and 1910. So this is an antique 10. It does have a few little dents and paint loss. And the only other ones I could find online were completely beat up. And the comps were much higher than what I'm asking. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh, look at what wonderful shape it's in for its age. And it has the design on both sides. The lid is a smidge beat up. And I can't read what that says right there. You guys may be able to read that. Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That was me too. So I'm going to show you the inside as well. And you can see the inside has a definite worn patina. There is a smidge of rust. Do you see around the edge of the inside lid? But other than that, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
It is.
Such a neat 10. It is in a large size. It could almost be like a tiny wastebasket, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I was pretty thrilled with myself, thrilled with my find. If you watched my video this morning, you saw how much I paid for this. And it's just wonderful. It is a great vintage 10, again, made in Sweden, antique. And again, you don't find the antique 10s with the patterns that aren't just all really rusted and kind of ratted out.
Right.
And this is just a great example of the old 10. And it's a big one. Like I said, there's other ones that are half this size that go for more. So anyway, I'm going to count it down. Thank you so much for the bid, Delights of Mine, on the Pales Swedish antique blue colorway 10. And again, this comes in a red colorway too, but I think the blue is pretty superior. So
Yeah.
here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end on the Pales Bonbon tin. This is the large one. Really good sized, original lid. Absolutely spectacular. Thank you so much. Delights of Mine, I see you. And there is the bid in. And Delights of Mine, you actually outbid yourself. So this is yours for 68. Okay. Congratulations. And I don't know that we've ever worked together before. So please email me your info. I need your PayPal email, your address, and your YouTube name. Thanks so much.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Awesome.
And yeah, if you're a lurker out there, you like to watch, sounds weird. Drop in a comment. Just say hey. We'd love to just say hey to you. We're all very kind and loving. So
Yes.
no
Thank you
awkwardness.
so much. Delights of Mine. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. So Sarah, my next item, I'm starting at 16 because of, I guess, a great deal on it. So, oh man, too much light being behind me. That works though.
It's this
So
time change. It's so crazy.
I know it's crazy. Hi, Becky's Vintage.
Hi, Gloria.
Beautiful, finely blown glass elephant, and his trunk is up, so everything's good, and every little piece is still completely intact with no damage. So he's got his 4 little feet. He even has the swirly tail on the back with no damage at all. Hey, classic old soul, how you doing? Just love these pieces when you can find them without breaks, because they are kind of top heavy. So you want to display them in a safe spot, but you can see it does still stand up very nicely.
Oh, he's so cool.
He really is. He measures right at 5 inches tall. Hi, Catherine. How you doing? Let me get him out of the sun. Kelly have it just here for the fish. Yeah. And yeah, don't go away, because pretty soon here I will be bringing Hootie the Blowfish, or Pufferfish, however you want to say it. But he's a cool one. Trying to get him in focus. But yeah, really nice condition. These are great little pieces for the miniature shelves. If you have a tall window in there, it would stand in there nicely, because he is kind of thin, looking straight on. But I just love these. Very finely blown. And as you can see, it picks up colors from everything else. Now, it doesn't glow or anything. This is probably from the 90s, I would say. And you can see on the ears, nice little tool marks. So he's professionally artisan done. And I like the fact that his trunk is up and his tail is to the side, kind of purling up. But I'm not seeing any interest, and that means I will just bring it back for the recap, and that's no problem. Thanks so much, Sherry. You're so sweet. All right. So bye.
All right. So next up for me, I feel like it's a weird night. It's a time change. There's like,
oh, it is.
Like, yes. So next up for me, I'm going to do something so yummy that I found again over the weekend at an estate sale. And David, I'm going to start this at 58. This is a gorgeous feed set. Let's start over. This is a gorgeous feed set quilt from the 1930s and the 1940s. David, you keep me smiling. All right. So what is wonderful about it is I love the polka dots around the edge. I don't know why I'm such a sucker for polka dots, but they get me every time. And then I'm like, well, I have to buy this. So what's lovely too is you can see all the wonderful feed sack materials used. And during the Great Depression, the flour companies decided to go ahead and print ginghams and floral patterns and calicos on the flour sacks so people could make their kids clothing out of them. And they also, out of the remnants, I know, right, Karen? Out of the remnants, then they would make these great feed sack quilts. Now, what I love about this one too is it has this yummy, soft, white feed sack batting on the other side. It's a nice and lightweight quilt. So it is definitely one that is not super heavy. It's medium to lightweight. Size, yes, it is 88 by 72. So it it's always a challenge to show linens. Now there are 2 or 3 little squares that need some work that have a little tear in them, and they're mainly white ones. Oh, there's my tag from the estate sale. Let's get that off of there. And they are little white patches. Let me see if I can find one that has an issue. Like this one right here needs a little sewing. Okay. And I think I located 3 little areas that have like a little issue, kind of like that. Okay. But nothing that is like a major tear or stain or funkiness. And again, I'm going to try to get back and show this because linens, if you've ever shown linens on camera, you can attest that they're kind of a challenge, but it is just so gorgeous. I loved the patterns and the colors. It's a lot of reds and blues and great little ginghams. And then again, you've got that wonderful polka dot, and then you have a sweet pink edge that goes all the way around. And there are a few areas on the edging where it is worn. Okay. But again, not a cutter. It is definitely one that's got lots of life left, and it's extremely soft. Very, very soft. If you love a soft quilt, this is the one. So I'm going to start a countdown, guys.
Well, would you say full or queen? Someone was asking.
It's 88 by 72. So probably more. It could probably just fit a queen, but it's not going to be like a lot of oversizedness.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the looks of it, you'd probably be right at a queen. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, 88 by 72. All right, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. Thank you so much. I know I love these too, Dawn. I really do. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end on this beauty. Thank you guys so much for appreciating these things. I gasped when I saw it at the estate sale. I was like, oh, yes. Yeah, full size, 7 by 6 feet. There we go. So if that helps, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not super wonderful with the measurements, but okay, Pam, I see you. I see Annette at 148, and Pam's going to take it for 150. Thank you so much, Pam. It is so beautiful. I know you will love it, and it is the softest, most wonderful thing. So thank you, ladies, for your bids, and I'm glad it got a great home. Thank you.
Yeah. Take that to the beach and just like snuggle up in it.
Oh, it's so soft.
Probably shouldn't do that.
I even told David I really would like to keep this. He's like, no, we're selling it, because I have a ton of quilts.
And I did. Sarah, I'm starting this off at 24. Okay. And if you saw my 5-minute thrift, this was the highlight of my thrift. I've always loved finding these kind of pieces. Now, I wouldn't buy taxidermy piece brand new. I'm not promoting for that. This, however, has been loved and then was donated to a thrift store. And so when I was able to grab it for a decent price, and it does not have any dust on it or any breaks, like he's in great condition. The clerk that was helping me get it out of the case, she would not touch it. She was worried. She was very scared. But she was cute. She kept on calling him Cutie. She kept on calling him Hootie. And I was like, okay, Hootie, I'll do it. We'll do Hootie. So yeah, I love this guy. Oh, to be me too. I see you're 26. And Classic Old Soul, you see you're 30. He does have his original googly eyes from when he was made. And I do believe these were a lot of times were for like souvenirs, depending on where you went. And once again, they're kind of taboo to make stuff like this now. So if you can find old ones and grab them and prolong their life rather than going and getting new stuff, I think that's right up your alley, just like it is mine. But look at his face. He's like, hey guys, so I'm a little scared. That's why I'm puffy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he freaked out and just, he's sharp too. His
He is
little
sharp.
spines are quite sharp. They really are.
They are, but he does, like, if you're setting him down. Now he comes with his original hanger, but a little wooden hanger, but he can set down carefully, like into a bowl. So if you're needing to display without hanging, you can set him down gingerly, and his little porcupine skin will keep him raised up, so he won't just like sink. But yeah,
Jesse
really.
Deere said they stuffed one in biology in 1963. And I'm with Susan Jackson. Why are there googly eyes on this thing? We don't,
Better to see you, my dear.
like,
Yeah,
why?
really weird.
It's so funny. I don't
Get
know.
out of here.
Yeah.
Lemmy's like, I'm not messing with that guy. Yeah, great for Halloween decor as well. Light him up, get some directional light on him, and it just will cast some really cool shadows. Kelly, I see you in at 45. We're going to go ahead and count down. He's a bigger size, so he's 8 inches long. So I'm going to show you next to my face. So he's a bigger size, and once again, very nice condition. I was super surprised because usually if you get something from a thrift,
Yeah.
like this, there's going to be some broken parts, but
It
he is
can
just
really be broken. Yeah.
really nice. So I'm going to go ahead
One
and
as
count
a
down.
kid, googly eyes too. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So
That's
that's
cool.
a whole thing, Catherine. It's so funny. Yeah.
It was a whole thing, but I don't think you can really get away with doing these now or finding them because, you know, rightfully so, they should be preserved and just let them live. But it's great to have this as a little piece of history. And, aquatic pieces go great in what kind of bathroom?
A mermaid bathroom.
That's right. Thank you very much. All right. So I'm going to count down. Thank you guys. Lights in him. Stick some lights in his mouth. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And I was actually thinking about doing, a parade view, but I don't want to take a chance on breaking any of the little prickles.
Don't break him. He's
Yeah,
really interesting to ship. Yeah.
Styrofoam.
It's a rave.
Yeah, he's going to be fun to ship, but don't worry. We'll take good care of him. Hey, Karen. Yeah, this porch is protected by pufferfish fish.
There's our bid in from Miss Karen. So Kelly Abbott.
45, I believe.
45. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Kelly. He's coming to you. You got to tell us, what are you going to name him? You don't have to go with Hootie.
Kelly's got some great kitsch, so I'm excited to see what she does with him. Okie dokie.
Thanks, Kelly.
I'm going to do a piece that I'm pretty excited about and I got to learn about while researching. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know about this, but I did not. So I picked it up at an estate sale over the weekend. And what I was very excited, and I knew it was Italian pottery. I knew it was older and I knew it was beautiful. But what I really didn't know is that these are many times antique pieces. So this is De Grazia for Deruta, made in Italy, model 250. And how you can tell actual Deruta pottery is they always have this rough ring on the bottom. Okay. And they will be signed. A lot are signed Rico Deruta, mine is De Grazia Neruda. There's another female name. But these are actually antique Italian pieces, and no two are the same. So, David, I'm starting this at 58.
Okay.
Yes, you guys know about Deruta. That's right. So, and Susan Jackson has the correct spelling. It's Deruta. And no two of their designs are alike. And this is in what I would call as is condition, only because of the spout right here has like some roughness to the glaze, but it's not actually a chip. And then there is a little flea bite right there. Okay. So those are the only areas of issue. These pieces go for quite a bit. I, again, had to research it and look at this little design right underneath here. They almost remind me of like little balloons or lollipops or something. And Deruta pottery is known for this style of vintage, almost like a Renaissance style. And what they said is that this is inspired by acanthus leaves and flowers. So those would have been native to the area, and it is in really nice shape otherwise. And the other thing that drew me into this is the black and white edge and then the striped handle, which is also telling of Deruta pottery the more you study their pieces. And then underneath, you've got this really interesting like green and yellow design. It's just a spectacular piece. Um,
Yeah.
and this would be one of their ewers or pictures, if you will. And it is just an absolutely stunning piece. Again, this was an estate sale find, and I knew that I wanted to snag it because I love Italian pottery. And then you're hilarious, Daniel Harps. And then kind of went down the Deruta rabbit hole, and there are some just stunning and
Yeah.
spectacular pieces out there. A few of them do have this same design, but again, no two pieces of this are the same.
Right.
So what may have a band, and two lines around, the next design may be completely different in this area. The next design, the acanthus and the flowers are completely different.
Oh, that's cool.
So really a spectacular piece of Deruta. And Karen says she has a piece. It was her mom's. Yes. Oh, that is amazing, Susan. Rooster. Yes, they have several rooster designs that are just absolutely spectacular. So great piece. It does have that's like a little flaw in the glaze at the bottom. But these are really, really nice for display. And yeah, you're right, Susan. It
Yeah.
is. It's kind of like Tanala. Once you get to know it, you know it when you see it. And now I will always know it. And I'm so excited that I got to learn about it.
Yeah.
And if this is your first time seeing Deruta, well, welcome to the rabbit hole, because there's some really wonderful pieces and they're very collectible. And again, this is antique. This is around 100 years old, believe it or not. So pretty freaking awesome. I don't see any interest. And we will bring it back for the recap. Yes, I think it's beautiful too.
Do you want to go ahead and talk again about your sconces?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
There's 230 of you here. If you just got here, you haven't been here long, we are doing a silent auction. And the silent auction that we are doing is for two of these. It is for choice. And $300 is the reserve price. We really would rather have brought these to a live sale with you guys versus put them on eBay or Etsy or First Dibs or what have you. So very happy to be able to bring these to you. They are from the 1930s. They are Nesdam Art Deco glass made in Holland. And if you are interested in making an offer or bidding on these, we are doing them for choice. The reserve again is 300, and then we'll go up from there. And you can send your info to ttbsarahc@gmail.com and send your best bid. And we'll be taking bids until 10 p.m. Eastern. At 10 p.m. Eastern, we are going to close this silent auction. Okay. And we will do it live here. If you would like to remain anonymous, that's fine on your bidding. If you are okay with being announced live, that's great. We'll announce you as the winner. We're just not going to announce the amount. Yep. Okay. So that is for two of these. I have a pair. One is in better condition than the other. One I would consider to be perfect condition, immaculate condition. The other has just a sliver on the back that is gone in two different little places. So we will do choice between best condition and second best condition. And yes, they once hung in a theater in Denver. These are chrome little airplane propeller almost looking bottoms from the 1930s. This is the back, and a light would have gone in here. Now I will tell you something that I did with these as I wanted to see what a battery light would look like inside. Because if you, let's say, didn't want to run a cord down your wall. And I will tell you, I am one of those people, I try not to have a cord on the wall anywhere because it drives me nuts. But if you wanted to use like some battery lights, just to show you, you can drop a battery light inside and, move it to where you want it to be. And this is what it would look like illuminated.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, this is a silent auction until 10 p.m. tonight. And these are the babiest pink you have ever seen. They're reading slightly kind of like a carnation salmon, but they are baby pink.
Yes.
Okay. And again, reserve is starting at 300 for choice. If you Google Nesdam Art Deco light sconces, you will see what these go for elsewhere. That is a very, very modest deal in consideration to what they have sold for elsewhere. Okay. So yeah, I put the little battery light in just to see, if that looks good. And I thought that it did. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys, that is the silent auction. Send your offers to ttbcersey@gmail, and we will be closing that at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right. So don't hesitate. 10 p.m. Eastern, that auction will close tonight. And we will announce it. Yes. An electrician would be worth the fee to get those hardwired. I know, right? Like they're that impressive.
And it wouldn't be actually very difficult to hardwire. It's just the regular electrical component, and then they would just wire it right in.
Yes. Yep. Okay. O2B Me Too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anybody else that's emailed, thank you so much. David's staying on top of those.
And we'll give you an update on where the bill is through email.
Yes. And we will bring them back. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
So, Sarah, my next item I'm bringing for 28.
Okay.
All right. So, while the sun is a little bit behind me, I think it's perfect time to bring some epic green. Look at how it picks up colors. Very nice clarity on all the Viking glass pieces that you find out there. Now, this is the double crimped basket. So you have like a thicker glass to it, especially when you get down to the bottom portion. And it gives it almost a Murano feel to the actual bowl itself. But it's a nice basket with the applied clear glass handles. You can see the tool mark matches on both sides. Very nice, elegant piece, but great for your mid-century modern design. But it could also go in with your kitsch if you want to do some Easter eggs in here. There's nothing wrong with this green color to go in with kitsch and different types of decor. Really nice condition, no scratching, no loss of color as far as old, like having the glaze getting discolored at all. It is just a really, really nice, thick glass. And one of my favorite styles. I like the double crimp. Yeah, good Easter basket. I think Bucky would dig it.
Let me see if I can find Bucky. Where is he been?
Bucky Ducky.
Hi, David.
Hi, Bucky. How you doing? Do you like this?
No.
You don't? Well,
it doesn't have Easter eggs in it. I like it better if it has eggs.
You want me to put some? I don't have any eggs on me. Otherwise, I would.
There's your eggs, David.
No eggs. No eggs. I don't have any eggs.
Bummer. Okay.
Someone stole all my eggs.
You said bummer. All right.
Bummer. Yeah. So just asking $28, Viking, beautiful glass from the 70s. And that epic green is just beautiful.
That is so beautiful. And I love the applied handles. And I know based on the makers, kind of like Fenton, that all of the handles have like a little different design based on who applied that handle. Yeah.
Yep. And so, no issues at all. It measures right at 7.5 inches tall and 7.5 inches in diameter. And that's what it looks like looking down. Really nice piece, but I'm not seeing any interest, so I'll bring it back for the recap.
Yeah, that is just gorgeous for spring. And you know what's funny, and this is how trends change. We used to never be able to keep a piece of Viking glass ever. Nope. And now, like when we bring Viking glass, it's like the last thing that gets a bid. Yeah. So it's so crazy how trends change. Pam is in. Thank you, Pam.
Okay. No, you don't have to worry about saying about wieners. I would say about 15 wieners. 15 wieners. Mm-hmm. So I'll go ahead and count down. Thank you so much, Pam. And if you're interested, we're at 28 looking for 29. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Really pretty piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, Lisa. Wieners look great in anything.
Wieners.
Oh yeah, the Viking orange is.
I do too. I like all the Viking colors, honestly. It's great glass. I just think, it's one of those things too where we're trying to look for the more odd pieces of Viking now because
Yeah.
some of the others are very common. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much, Pam, for 28. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations, Pam. Wonderful score. And that is a beautiful basket.
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to go this way. This is something that I think is so cool. I love the mid-century style of royal ducks, and that's what this is. I'm starting this, David, at 58. This piece is absolutely spectacular. Now, when I first saw it, I thought that it was a peacock because of how long the tail is, but there is a royal duck's peacock, and this is not it.
Okay.
So this is the royal duck's pheasant. And you can see right underneath here, we have our pink triangle with the royal duck's logo. This particular piece was designed by an artist named Jaroslav Jezek, and that is Jezek from the 1950s. And Jaroslav Jezek was in Bohemia, Czechoslovakia, and he was actually the nephew of a famous Czechoslovakian composer by the same name. So the whole family was very artistic. The nephew of the original Jezek, that was the composer, started working for this company, which is called Royal Ducks. And in 1958, there was an exhibition for furniture, mid-century furniture, and Royal Ducks was commissioned to make these pieces in mass for decorative mid-century, kidney-shaped coffee tables,
Right.
stuff like that, which I think is so cool. And yes, there is a pheasant hole. Good question, Sherry Newman. So you can see there is a hole on the bottom, and then we do have the remnants of the Royal Duck stamp right there too. It's just not super prominent, but you do have the little pink triangle. So this is a superior piece. It is almost 12 inches long. It's like 11 3/4. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show it to you on white and how it sits. And the tail, I think the design really speaks for itself, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't get any more mid-century than this. And Jezek was a very prolific designer for Royal Ducks at the time, and he actually is known as the father of what they called the New Brussels style, which is more of a mass-produced, very austere mid-century design. Royal Ducks is the brand.
Yes.
Lisa Viscomi spelled it right. It's DUX. Okay.
And it's ceramic.
It is ceramic. This is actually, I believe it's porcelain.
Oh, okay.
And it is quite impressive. Now, the designer of this piece actually passed in 2002. So, obviously these are no longer in production and highly sought after. And there are several different styles of bird that he did. Again, there's a peacock. There is kind of more of like an upright swan, and this would be considered the pheasant mold, right?
Okay.
So it is just a mid-century gem. It is pure white. Okay, so it's not reading. I know it's kind of reading like an off-white, but it's more of really a pure snow white. There are no chips, cracks, or damage. The underside has kind of like a rough unglazed spot, which is typical again in the base as well. And then it is marked with the pink triangle. So if you have ever gone down the Royal Ducks rabbit hole and you like this kind of style, I would highly recommend that you take a look at some of Yaroslav Jezek's sculpts, because they're all this impressive. They really are.
Yeah.
It's elegant, it's mid-century, it's high-end. Again, Royal Ducks, before they started mass producing, was considered a luxury brand from Czechoslovakia.
Jesus.
And yeah, it's a neat piece. I was thrilled to be able to bring this to you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start a countdown. Yes, very sleek. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So modernist, so good. Very, very mid-century mod right here.
Heck yeah.
Definitely a wonderful MCM piece. Les, I see you're just in case. Thank you so much. Hi, Zeus. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Powdered Donut. There's my bid in from Karen. So, Les, you did not need your just in case. For 58, my dear, this Royal Ducks piece is yours. Coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
That was beautiful. And I'm actually kind of excited to get it off of our shelf just because I've had like cushiony things around it just in case, because it's just so sleek. Yeah. It's easy to miss on a shelf full of a bunch of crud. So Sarah, I'm super excited about this piece. $60. And when we first got this, I was instantly like, oh, that's got to be a cased Murano piece. It is just extremely beautiful amethyst glass. And it does have, it's amethyst, but it has the appearance of black glass. And it is cased, fully cased all the way around. This is a cigar ashtray made in the 60s. And it's actually by Joseph Hospodka. And he did glass for Chris Kribska glass, and I'll spell that for you: CHRIBSKA. And it's actually made in Czech. So it was made in Czech, and it was he actually was part of the Sklo Glassworks group, SKLO, and most of the glass makers back in the 60s. Once that company was formed, it was a lot of the different glass makers brought in and collabed together and made their own pieces. So basically, Sklo in Czechoslovakia, they basically took over in the glass, kind of like Murano Island has all of the best of the best. So he was a very well-known artist that loved to do unique styles and sleek designs. This one right here, I do believe at one point you could get the stand, or like a stand up, and the feet would go into these 3 little spots so it could sit on a stand as a standing ashtray. Yeah. So if you can find one of those types of pieces, it will fit right into each one. It's sculpted so that it can be raised if you wanted to. Yeah, totally like a sculpture. And once again, it's cased. So all the way around, you have that clear glass. And then, of course, the amethyst that does pop out when you have it lit, but it appears a nice solid black.
It is so chunky and thick and heavy. Yeah.
Yes. And when I was looking online, Joseph Hospodka, a lot of his sculpts, a lot of his pieces are usually about twice as much as you would expect from like a Murano piece of the same time period. So really? They are very, very sought after pieces, and not just cigar ashtrays. We've made a lot of different things, vases, as well as paperweights. But you can see that clear spot. What that is that's where the foot can go up in right here. Wow. So 3 different spots that you can put and set it right on it. Yeah, it could be a word.
You could just hold it. You could just stick your fingers there and just
walk around the room. Do you need to ash? You need to ash? Yeah, and you don't have to use it as an ashtray. I mean, when you look down at it, down on it, you don't really notice that it's for cigars, but you can do multiple things. And once again, that cased glass, I'll show you the footing. All of his pieces had that nice, thick, clear glass from the casing, so it can sit into something. Just a really extremely thick. I'd say at parts, it's at least 2 inches thick.
That's insane.
Yeah, and it measures 8 inches diameter, kind of like a propeller, and then 3 inches tall. Yeah, you can put your wieners right in there.
Yes. Les, it's Czechoslovakian. What's the name of the artist again?
Czechoslovakian glass by Joseph Josef, Hospadka, and that is Hospadka.
Interesting.
Yes, Mars is right. That's exactly what it is.
Sculptural Joseph. Thank you, Mars,
You're
for
welcome.
putting that in there. I appreciate it because I think I'm a visual person too. Like I can hear
Same.
it, but then once I see it spelled, I'm like, okay.
Right. And you can
That's
see it looks nice with yellow. We'll put some yellow in there. Yeah, just a really beautiful sculpted bowl from the 60s. So I'm not seeing any interest, so I will bring it back for the recap.
excellent.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, there will be a home for it because once people learn who Joseph Hospadka is, yeah, it's pretty spectacular. So
Yeah.
yes, once again, we are in the middle of a silent whoa.
Oh,
Hold on. What did I do? There we go. Sorry, David.
what happened?
We're in the middle of a silent auction for the Art Deco wall sconces, and that is the information right there. We're going to be closing that auction at 10 p.m. That is 49 minutes from right now. My clock says it is 9:11 on the East Coast. It's 7:11 here. So in 49 minutes, we are going to be closing the auction on the Art Deco wall sconces. All right, Noelle is in for your
No, Don.
in
Okay,
glass.
thank you. Yeah, Donnie did not need to look it up. He knows. Yeah, and what's funny is I really did spend quite a bit of time on this, and I didn't call it in. I looked up and found some other manufacturers from the Murano Island that had similar items, but they are not the same. This is definitely a unique piece and very sought after. So Noelle, thank you so much, and I am going to go ahead and count down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And it is reading pretty true. It's an amethyst, but it's so thick to give you that black look to it. Oh, I understand, Donnie. We have the same thing when we see something on sale. It's like, I wish I could do it today.
Awesome.
All right, there's our bid end. So Noelle, thank you so much for 60. This is your piece. And then once again, by Joseph Hospadka.
Fantastic. All right. So I have what seems to be perhaps the end of the Sabino glass for now.
Right.
So these are the last two pieces. Now, I will tell you, I was looking at this one earlier, and there seems to be a little imperfection. It kind of looks like a crack. It kind of doesn't. So I want to tell you about it. It's right here on, where is it? It's kind of hard to see. And right there it is. Okay. So it kind of is, it looks like a crack. It reads like a crack, but it's not, you can't feel it. I don't know. It's weird. So to me, it's like some kind of imperfection right there in the glass. So I just want you to know that that is there on this one. Okay. And I'm going to sell these as a pair, David, and I'm starting them at 58 for the pair. And that is going to be both. Now, what's neat about these is they are made at different times. This one is made in the 60s. This one was made in the 70s. And the way you can tell is this one is not frosted Sabino. This is still the same luminescent opalescent glass, right? And it has Sabino on one of the wings, whereas this one is truly more of like the frosted finish on the outside of the opalescent glass. And this one is signed on the bottom, Sabino art glass. So Sabino art glass is art glass made in France by Mauritius Sabino. And he actually did not make any new designs after 1941 as far as his molds are concerned. So all of the molds for these are very old and they date to pre-41. And then they kept making them, of course, through the 60s and 70s. And Sabino searched for the perfect molds. Apparently he was meticulous. I was reading more about him today, and he was meticulous in finding the best molds that would actually show off this opalescent glass in its best light. And
Okay.
so, as I have shown before, when you backlight Sabino glass, mainly with regular natural daylight, it glows this wonderful peachy pink color. And you can really only see it when it's backlit. So it's just spectacular there. You can definitely see it in the thickness of her body too. So you're going to get both of these. They are coming together. This one is about 10 years newer than this one. And let me find where they are both marked Sabino. This one had it, I believe, on a wing. It's hard to see, guys. Bear with me. There it is. It's right here. There you go. Sabino is right there. And some of these are marked Paris, France. Some of them are marked Sabino, France. Sabino is actually the name of the Sicilian artist. And he then moved to France in the 1920s and added arsenic to the glass to get this special opalescent look. So I'm going to show you these. Let me see if it's black. Maybe better too. There you go.
Yeah.
But they are coming as a pair. Okay. So I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you guys so much. This one has the open wings. This one has the closed wings. And I just really felt like they should stay together. So here we go. We're going to start a countdown. This is for both. This is not for choice. This is for both. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8,
Cool to be me.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end on these little cuties.
Have you posted a picture yet of those little birds that we kept?
No.
You
No,
totally should, because they're so neat.
The only pieces that I kept from all of that Sabino that we scored was these little birds, and they're like an inch tall. They're the tiniest little things, and they are the bluebirds, like the original ones that I sold that first night.
Yep.
And then I kept a little round plate that has swallows on it, and I love bird stuff, so those are the ones that I kept for myself. All right, so O2B Me 2 for 63. The pair is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Kathy, you're just in case came in after the bid end, my dear. And yes, that is the last of the Sabino for now.
Last of it for now.
I sell my pieces. So
yes, and I'm going to go ahead and give an update. We are at. Can I go ahead and give the price of where the auction is at this moment?
Yes.
Should I do that? Yes. Or okay. So right now for choice, we are at $375. So you have 15 or 45 more minutes to put a bid in there if you are interested. And you can always throw in a just in case as well if you want to, basically your highest bid, so we can bid for you. But right now we are at $375 for choice.
And I'll show you one more time. This is what we're bidding on in the silent auction. Right now the bid is at $375. So you would need to come above $375, and that will be for choice of one. There is one in best condition, and there is one in second best condition. They both are in excellent condition, in my opinion, because they display wonderfully. One just has a little flake out of the side, and one does not.
Right.
So these are made by Nesdam in Holland, and they are Art Deco 1930s wall sconces that are in chrome. And they are spectacular, and that's what our silent auction is for. And you can email us your offer at ttbsaracey@gmail.com.
Yep. And we will be invoicing on Tuesday morning, if that makes a factor for you.
Yes. Yeah, invoices will not go out until Tuesday on anything. So, yes, they are quite magnificent and beautiful pieces. And if you want to get in on those, just let us know.
All right. So I have a beautiful piece here that I'm super excited to bring. I'm starting this off actually at 78, which is really, really low for one of these pieces. This is trench art. I know I've brought a couple of these pieces before. Trench art is folk art, basically made during wartime from wartime shells, expended shells. This is actually from a 105 millimeter M14 round, which actually those were shot out of the M101 howitzers. So Germany obviously started, had the howitzers early on. U.S. definitely used the howitzers mainly during the Vietnam War. This is from Vietnam. The during that time period, I'm going to show you on the bottom. So you've got the number here for the round, and the date is down here. Very
Wow.
hard to pick up, but 1968. So 1968, and it's 12 inches tall. I thank you, Linda. Yeah, it cleaned up really nice. We grabbed it at an estate sale, and the cool thing about that is that this was probably the original owner that had this, whether it was passed down from someone that was in the war or not. The cool part about it is it does have some history to it. This was in Vietnam War and then sculpted. So just giving you an idea. So this is basically what the round would have looked like. You have this down here, and it would go straight up, and the casing, then the round would come straight out, and it would just blow out the end, or just come right out. And then what they would do is they would crimp it down, and then flour out the top on most of them to give like a little ruffle to
Wow.
it, and then shine them up, and then that would be a piece of art from the war. So rather than
Yeah.
going and getting a souvenir book,
Yeah.
you get an actual shell. The cool thing about it is that it did shine up very nicely. And what I did was I used the same process that we did back in the 90s when I was stationed in Norfolk at a mixed military base in Norfolk. And Marines and naval bases have a lot of brass, real brass that was used for like stairwell handles, door handles, many different things. And we would always use Brasso. And this was, I polished it up, and I felt like I was right back in the military, polishing up the brass, no ammo, with Brasso. And it did worked like a charm. I don't use Brasso on some of the more delicate pieces, art pieces, but this is brass that is meant for weaponry. So obviously Brasso is not going to hurt it.
I think it's spectacular to imagine that once as a huge artillery shell casing.
Yeah.
And when you think about how big it is as a casing, so you have a couple questions. First one is, do you have written history on the piece?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
It was an estate sale find, and it was really gross. It was super dirty, and it had old dried flowers and stuff in it. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have nothing other than it came from an estate here in Colorado Springs. And there are engravings and markings on the bottom. David, if you want to show that
Yes.
again.
Yes. And I will say we are a big military city. So we have multiple Air Force and Army bases here in Colorado Springs and then in the Denver area. So let me
So
go.
what does that say, David?
So that's what that says is 105 mm. So the 105 millimeter M14 is
Wow.
what that's stamped up here for the type of round it is. And then down here underneath it, it says lot IV, and then I can't see the rest of it, but then 1-61. I think that, I don't know about that, but then the date is right here. Let it get in here, 1968. And then underneath that, there's another number right in there. So that's probably
This
stock
would have
numbers.
probably been then an artillery casing from Vietnam.
Yes.
For 68.
Yes. And during that time period. So
Yes.
whether it was actually in the actual war itself or was used during testing or during target practice, I don't know. However, it is a beautiful trench art piece. These usually go between 150 to 200, but I got a great deal on it. Spent some time cleaning it up, and yes, the artillery, and it was used mainly in the howitzer. So the howitzer, that's you're talking about tank, basically.
Well,
So,
it's that big. I can see that would have been a huge
right.
load. My
Yes.
word.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the 1968 Vietnam War era, very collectible. There's also World War II ones, and then really primitive World War I ones when that started. So if you can find more, they're great to put together. If you have someone that did serve in the Vietnam War, I mean, this would be a tearjerker, in my opinion,
Yeah.
something like this.
Gavin said he dated his to 45 yet because
Oh,
I
wow.
think they
That's
got the
awesome,
other
Gavin.
one that we sold. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Very, very collectible and a very interesting type of art.
It really is.
I'm fascinated. Yeah.
It really is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and count down. Thank you guys so much. And if once whoever wins it, once you get it, you can just do an easy polish with just a polishing rag. It doesn't really need anything like Brasso now, because of all the patina has been pulled away, and it's right back to like it was made back in 1968. So thank you
Amazing.
guys so much, Julie. I see you're 95, and I'm going to start counting down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, I agree, B. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Don.
David was, I'll tell you, at this estate sale, David was so excited. He's like,
Yeah.
this is trench art. This is trench art. I've sold one other of these and I can't believe it's so big. And we were both looking at it. And when you really see it in person at how large the shell casing would have been on this
Right.
M14, it's kind of scary, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big one. Yeah, it'll take out a couple of structures for sure. Okay, there's our bid end. Julie for 100, which is actually a really good price. I promise you. This is
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations.
Appreciating it.
All right, 34 minutes left in the silent auction for the
34.
Art Deco sconces. Just a reminder.
All right, I'll be right
So
back.
we
I'll
will
check
be
on
closing that at 10 p.m. So if you're making a offer on the Art Deco sconces, just make sure that the timestamp on your email is dated 10 p.m. or above, because whoever the highest bid is at 10 p.m. is who is going to take choice. And then if the person that wins wants to take them both, they certainly can. Or if they want to take one, then whoever's backup will get the other one. Okay. So, B, that's amazing. Yeah. The World War II and World War I trench art pieces are just spectacular. So good. All right. I'm going to do some Van Briggle. And as most of you guys know, this is pottery that originated here in Colorado Springs.
Yes.
So I am starting, this is a pair of taper holders. I'm starting them at 32. And what I loved about these is their matte black finish. This is classic Van Briggle. And what is beautiful about this particular mold is these pieces date from the 1950s through the early 1960s. But what is neat about them is the black matte is actually quite a bit harder to find than the drip glaze that was done in the 60s on a lot of pieces. So this matte black is also right up there in value with the Ming blue. If you're a Van Briggle collector, you know what I'm talking about. So most of the Van Briggle pieces are hand signed like this, and they will always have somewhere within the piece the actual Van Briggle logo, which is this. Okay. So this is for the pair. And what I think is beautiful about them is they're really, really nice leaves. They have an organic look to them. And I think they would be really lovely with pretty much any kind of taper. Now, I tried to put lucite, FYI, and the lucite candles were too small. So if you do plan on putting lucite in them, you'll want to put something at the base, like some wax or maybe a rubber band or something that will keep your lucites in there. Okay. They are in excellent shape. There are no chips or cracks on these pieces whatsoever. And from the date based upon when they were made, these likely were made by Anna. Anna Van Briggle did sign a lot of the pieces. This one is signed E. And this one is signed C, kind of like a CL, perhaps. So these two pieces were likely sculpted by different people at different times and then brought together later on in a collection, which I think also is very cool. Again, this matte black dates to the 50s for Van Briggle, and they are really smooth. When you find a piece of Van Briggle pottery, you will definitely know it before you see the Van Briggle on the bottom, because it feels like satin. Their glazes are very soft and organic and very, very pretty. So again, this is going to be for the pair. They're coming together and they are just absolutely lovely. And Donnie, thank you so much for being a cheerleader tonight along with my mod team. Yes, give a big thumbs up, folks, and smash that like button.
Smash it.
And we appreciate all of you guys here. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. All right, so Karen's in at 35. I am going to go ahead and start a countdown, friends. Here we go. And this is going to be for both. All right. Let me show you. I did have a candle down here somewhere. I was going to show you what they look like with a candle. This is just a regular wax candle. But you can see they hold them really nicely. Very pretty, right? Good looking piece of Van Briggle. All right, guys, here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bid end on the Van Briggle taper pair in the black matte, gorgeous organic leaf pattern. 1950s is what these date to.
Gavin, send me some pictures. I'd love to see that.
Yes, they're coming straight out of Colorado Springs. So that's where Van Briggle originated, and that's where I am. Yep. So it's always exciting to find some. Susan Jackson, I see your bid, or your just in case, my dear. Thank you so much. So for 46, Tim and Susan, congratulations. They are coming to you. They're beautiful. I think sitting them like that too on the table, Susan.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So pretty.
Yin and
All
yang.
right. Congrats. Thanks, guys.
Great find, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right. Sarah, I'm bringing my favorite find of this week, I believe, and I'm starting this off at 95. Now, when I could only find one online, and it was marked, it's priced right now at $5.97. I think that's kind of ridiculous, but that's because these are on the rare side, and they are 1950s Murano. So it's a cased Murano pooled vase. But the cool thing is it has these big pools at the bottom. And when I was researching it, it's called a propeller vase because it does kind of give you that propeller look. And you can see there's greens in there, and you can see some scratching on the base of it. But otherwise, it really has been taken really well care of. But you can see the greens and that beautiful blue. There's really no other vase or maker out there that I can find that really has that really beautiful, bright, vibrant blue. And the pools, you can see, also have the clear pinches. So they cased it with clear pinches and all the way around, all the way down to the propeller. The cool part about it is it measures right at 12 inches tall, but then the propellers are right at 6 inches diameter. So it definitely has a really cool structure. It does glow. So Murano did use some uranium in some of their glass in the 50s for that beautiful glow. I don't think I even have to turn off the light. The glow is outstanding. You can see how it's even pulling up, and I've got bright lights showing. In the sunlight, if you put a 360 light to it, it will just light up on fire. And that is why these are definitely on the higher price, because they have that extra glow in them and makes them extremely valuable and collectible.
The uranium in this, you can see it. Well, that's what's neat is you don't even actually have to have the black light on. There is a green shade to this that you can see, especially in those pulled fingers in the top, even without the black light. Like it's we saw it and we both were like, that's Murano. Yes. You know, sometimes you'll find stuff that's marked Murano. It's not Murano. This was one that was not marked Murano. That was Murano. And you just have to know. And once you feel it, you just know it's like nothing else.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. And it is a very gorgeous piece. That blue is a popper, and you can see the clarity in these pools, and they're thick pools. You can see they're almost an inch thick, and you can see right through them. Just a stunner. Red spotty mushrooms. I understand. We actually thought about keeping it because we do a blue and green mixture. So if you are into that color combo. Imagine having your blue glass and green glass mixing around this, standing right behind it in the middle of it, shining.
David, you really should turn out the lights and show everybody what this thing does.
Okay,
Like,
I'm gonna take a nap,
if you're a
guys.
black light enthusiast, and again, I know we've talked about, sometimes black light on stuff is gimmicky and whatever, but this one is so special. It's really, really good.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I still have lights on, just regular lights. I just turned off one of my ring lights. But yeah, that gives you an idea. And if well, it's too late now, but I'm just going to let you know afterwards, after the sale, go to my Instagram and you can definitely see a video of this in the dark glowing, as well as you can see me cleaning up the trench art piece. But yeah, extreme glow, and it glows all the way through. But your biggest impact is down at the base, like they usually made on most pieces.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the pools, that's where it's just extreme.
It
Yeah,
is.
those nubbins. I'm going to show you
else.
from the top. So yeah, you've got the clear and then the blue, and then you've got the green that pops out. So just a very unique piece, very clean, no issues. And I'm going to show you the propeller base one more time, and we're going to count down. Daniel, I see you're 100. Thank you so much.
We have gotten, I will say, we have gotten the privilege of selling some good Murano pieces in the past. This is probably personally my favorite that we've ever.
Oh, this is definitely my favorite Murano vase. Yeah, by far.
This is just next, and it's so thick. It's so heavy. It's so thick. And then the glow, when we lit it up, we both were like, oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and count down. Thank you guys so much. Julie, I see you're 105. Once again, only found one online, and it was it's priced over 500. So, and I'm not expecting that. No. I got a great price on this, but I just want you to know it is a valuable piece. So this is something that will retain its value or go up in value as it gets older.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I see Catherine. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Get in there. God. Yeah, it's a stunner. It really is.
I know. It's going to be hard to see it go. It is. This is one of those pieces that we're going to be like, okay,
why did we do that?
Give it kisses, tell it bye, because it's just, it's so darn good. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It is.
Thank you guys for your bids.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Julie, I saw your just in case, and Catherine, I saw your just in case, as well as Noelle. Thank you guys so much. But Daniel, he needs that blue glass. So for 153, Daniel, thank you so much. This is your Murano case glass from the 50s with beautiful uranium. Don't lick it.
We'll never find that one again. We'll never find that one again. So
thank you guys so much.
I have to take a minute. Oh,
all right. I'll be right back. I got to get my light back on now.
Okay. Someone asked me to show the pieces that are up for auction. Yes, I will absolutely show them again for you. They are 1930s Nesdam, Nesdam, 1930s Nesdam sconces for the wall. They are pink glass. The back is frosted and the front is shiny. Okay. And this is the one that's damaged. There's one in excellent condition, and this would be the second best one. That's the only issue with that one right there. And then also right here. Sorry, let me get my finger in there. There we go. Right there. Okay. Which is on the edge where it sits on the sconce. It does not show, it doesn't take away from any displayability. And these are going to be choices. There are two of them. This is the one that's in the least best condition, which is in great condition. And this is how they sit in the chrome sconce. And then that is the back of the chrome sconce. It has a wire hanger. And then you could certainly put a light kit through there if you wanted to. These do not come with light kits. They technically really don't need them, but if you just even wanted to put battery lights down in them, don't worry, that was just a candle. If you want to put battery lights down in them, you can see how beautifully that displays when it's on. Okay. Again, dates to the 1930s. There are two. We are doing choice, and we are going to be closing this auction. It is a silent auction by email at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So that is in 21 minutes from now, these will close. So make sure to have your best offer in by 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you would like to remain private, we completely respect that. If you're okay with, us announcing you as the winner, we're great with that too, whatever you're cool with.
And
So
right
this
now,
is
the
silent
bid,
auction info.
yep. And I will be emailing you right at 10 p.m. Eastern if you are the winner.
Yes, David will email you if you're the winner. All right. So the reserve started at 300. And David, have you checked where we are?
Yeah, we are at 375.
We're at 375 right now for choice. Okay. Yes, that is for choice of one. Correct. All right. And is it me or is it you? I forgot.
You.
It's me. Okay. Yeah. I am going to come back around with this awesome find. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how excited I was about this. So I've always wanted to sell hat pins, and I've always admired them, and I've always thought they were beautiful, but usually they're like $20 each. And then the hat pin stand is like a certain amount, and they're all priced individually. I got a deal on this, and I bought the hat pins and the hat pin holder together. And so that is actually how I'm going to sell it. Okay. I'm not doing choice on the hat pins. We're just going to sell this as one piece. So I am going to start this holder with the hat pins at 52. And they are all going to come with it. So the hat pins are beautiful. They are the Millefiore style blown glass pieces. I'm going to show you each one individually. And one of them is very special. I didn't even realize until I got to looking at it. So you can tell they are older. They're not new. I did look at these, and there are quite a few of these style hat pins that date to the 50s and 60s as well. So this one I think is really spectacular. It is a Millefiore style large glass bead hat pin, and then it has kind of like a brass. They do have a worn patina, and they're not super sharp. They're actually kind of dull on the ends. The one that really, really I thought was super interesting. Where did it go? This one. Check this one out. So I want you to look deep into this one. There's a face. Do you see it? Yeah. That is a little face in the bead. I just about died when I found that one. I was like, these are so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you the other two blue ones. And those, again, are glass beads. I wanted to show you up close how great they are.
Yeah.
And these are spectacular. Now, the holder itself is ironwood. I'm sorry, not ironwood, ironstone. Okay. And this is a hat pin holder. And it is porcelain. It is Victoria ware. And it is in excellent shape. It does not have any chips or cracks. You do have the little bridge down here. And then we have like a Japanese style pagoda. And it is beautiful in that ironstone blue and white. So I wanted to show you the design all the way around. And then you can see if you have other hat pins in your collection, well, that will hold more. So you're going to get the 6 that came with it. Okay. And then if you have others to add into your collection, you certainly can. And this, again, I got this all together for a great deal. I was so excited because I've always wanted to sell hat pins. And I just think that they display so beautifully. It's almost like a little glass bouquet of flowers,
Yeah.
Just beautiful. So this is going to come all together with all 6 of the pins. Typically, these little pins go, you guys know, for like $20 each. So this is all going to come together. There's another little tiny face in that one, and there's the one with the face. So cool.
Awesome.
I love these blown glass beads. They're just next level. So beautiful. All right, guys, I'm going to start a countdown. This is for everything. Thank you, Red Spotty Mushroom. We have so much fun curating for Sunday night. We really do. All right, so here we go, guys. We're at 69. I appreciate all of your bids. Thank you so much for being here. And we're going to count down. You're going to get all of the hat pins, all 6, plus the hat pin holder, which is ironstone. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end on this wonderful deal.
It is wonderful.
I love these. From everything I found, I think the hat pins may date to the 60s based on the design, but I can't be for sure.
Daniel, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to watch it tonight before I go to bed. I promise.
I promise you. We have been extremely nosy. Ask anybody that knows us. We really have. We haven't stopped this week. Yeah. So we will watch videos, I promise. All right. Gloria Boyd had a just in case of 85. Joan had a 69. So for 70, Gloria, this is coming to you, the whole shebang. Congratulations. It's so great. I'm so thrilled that you're getting it. Thanks, Gloria.
All right. So I'm just reading Mindy. No, never walk by them. Oh, well, that's so cool. That's what it's all about. Something that makes you happy, something that you enjoy having in your house. It makes you smile. So
I'm so glad to make you
Mindy.
Smile,
that's awesome.
Mindy.
Thank you. So I'm bringing another little find that I love these kind of pieces. I'm starting this off at $30, Sarah.
Okay.
I have a beautiful German piece. This is pottery by Schurig Ceramic. West Germany, and it is the number 528-18. Beautiful mid-century modern piece, very highly desirable, and they are very collectible. Shirley, I see, are 30. Beautiful colors. This is like the traditional 60s style that they were doing. They have a couple of different sculpts, different styles of vases, as well as other pieces for the home made by Schurig. And their pieces just stand out. Look great with your fat lava, also with your brass pieces. Well, pick this up just to show you. And I personally think these kind of pottery pieces pair best with some brass. Maybe not as shiny brass, but nice brass pieces. I think it just looks great, stunner. It measures at 7 inches tall, and some of the best pottery from West Germany in the 50s to the 80s, early 80s, was done by Schurig. And I just absolutely love the browns and how they go into the reds, like a tomato red. And just the sculpt itself, it has the curved rim, and no chips, very nice condition. And once again, measures 7 inches tall. I think it's just a beautiful addition if you like that mid-century look. This is definitely a stunner. So let's go ahead and count down. We're about 10 minutes away from announcing, a little over 10 minutes away from announcing the silent auction. So we're definitely going to be doing that. Super excited about that. So Laura, thank you so much. I see you 37. And here we go. 15. Yeah, hamburger with ketchup. Patties on each end. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, thank you all so much for being here, supporting us through watching and commenting and thumbs ups. You don't know how much that means to us, but I promise you it means a lot. So we do appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And for the bidders, we do appreciate your support through purchasing, and we don't let that go unnoticed as well. So Laura Wharton, for 41, you're just in case pulled it in. Thank you so much, and thank you all for your bids. I know Shirley's so close.
So close, so close. I know it happens sometimes. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. Okay.
You're good.
Going this way. And I found more guidebooks, and these were really good ones. Okay. So first up for me, and David, these are going to be $10 for choice. first up is this one, and it is awesome. It's from 1978. And the older the guidebook, the older the pieces in the guidebook.
Right.
So what I loved about it is you have everything back into the 20s, Brush McCoy, different lines that I had never even heard of, Jetwood. And look at these Brush McCoy pieces. Again, not your new McCoy. This is antique McCoy, which I think is a whole lot of fun to see. And then, of course, you've got the kitschy, fabulous cookie jars and so on as well. And this is just filled with color photos that help you identify. Some of your older pieces are going to be in this book. So just a great one to have. And then look at like the old ads for the jardiniers and so on. I mean, it's filled with great information, great designs. And if you have some of the older Brush McCoy pottery pieces, this is the book for you, because this shows a lot of the rare stuff that some of the newer McCoy books, which I also own and have sold, do not have. So this is a good one. All right, 1978 on that. Then I found a Pyrex book. I saw somebody in the comments earlier said the Gen X is collecting the Pyrex. Yes, we are. And I personally have a few pieces. I've got like the pink gooseberry set, and I have a primary set that I use, but I don't have a lot of Pyrex. I'm not technically what I would call a collector, but there are a ton of you that I know are. So this Pyrex book was updated in 2008, and it has literally all the history, all the old ads and so on, all the really weird, obscure glass pieces, right down to insulators that are in the Corning Glass Museum. And most of the pictures in this are taken from the Corning Glass Museum. Okay, so you've got everything from your old pieces of clear to on down into different carafes and silver. And then we get into juice glasses. And again, look at that Pyrex carafe, the one with the ball. I saw that recently on a show that we were watching on Netflix. And I said to David, I'm like, that's Pyrex. So, and then of course we've got patterns in the back. Patterns for identification, and it talks about years and pieces that were made from the patterns, the numbers, and so on. There's the pink gooseberry that I own, and then there's also a yellow gooseberry, and then I do own some Amish butter print as well, and it has a whole section on pattern identification. So this book is really a comprehensive Pyrex guide. That's going to be second choice. Okay. Then I got into milk glass, which is fantastic. I know there are a ton of you that love milk glass and collect it as well. I also own several pieces myself of milk glass, and it literally goes into every brand, every maker, from Westmoreland to Eagle Manufacturing, antique pieces that you don't typically get to see, Kemple, you name it, every milk glass, anything is in this one, and it is excellent. As even in the hand painted milk glass designs are able to be identified in the milk glass guidebook. So this is the Collector's Encyclopedia of Milk Glass. It dates to 1995. Okay, that's choice 3. Last but not least is probably going to be my favorite out of the 4, and this is the Fire King identification and value guide. And you can see on the back, you've got the Fire King pattern. You've got the old box that the tulip pattern would have come in. And you have all of your wonderful jadeite and all of your Fire King patterns, which frankly are my favorite. Even more so than Pyrex. I really like Fire King.
Yeah.
So this is an awesome identification book. I know like Preston and Daniel, you guys collect all of this stuff too. And this is a fun place to identify a lot of the older, more obscure pieces as well. It's really comprehensive. There's a ton in here too. So this is option number 4. Okay, so those are all of our options on the guidebooks. I'm going to do a quick countdown, and then we're just going to call this one obviously McCoy, Pyrex, Milk Glass, and Fire King. Okay, so 15, 14, 13. That's awesome, Pee-wee. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. Thank you so much, Kathy. I see you're 23. And this will be for choice of guidebook. Thank you guys so much. Oh, wonderful, Trina. You got your Fire King Tulip Bowl.
Awesome.
Trina bought, I'll show you what Trina bought for me. You may, if you were here last week, you saw Trina buy the biggest one for me.
Right.
And I had that last week.
Packaged it with love.
And red spotty mushroom, you are going to take choice, my dear. So let me know. Fire King, McCoy, Pyrex, or Milk Glass. Okay. And those are your choices. And then Karen Huck is going to be
Dax is
my bad. Dax Delaney at 24 would be behind Red Spotty, and then Karen Huck.
Yep.
All right. Pee-wee, you're cracking me up. That's great.
I know.
All right. So I will wait to hear. Spotty is going to take the Pyrex. You've got it.
And so Dax Delaney, you have a chance at the other three. Just type in
McCoy, Fire King, or Milk Glass.
And once again, 5 minutes left on the silent auction. We're right now at $375, which is a steal of a deal. So if you want to get in on one of those, just email us at ttb@sarahc@gmail.com.
Yes.
All right.
Silent auction info is here. So let's see. Dax is going to take the McCoy.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Fire King and Milk Glass are what is left. Let me see who it gets to next. Karen Huck. If you Fire King and Milk Glass, you can choose one of these. And then Kathy, you would have last choice. Okay. So I will wait to hear from Karen and Kathy, and then we'll go from there, and I'll communicate with you guys in the comments.
Karen wants the Fire King.
Okay. Karen, the Fire King is yours. Sounds good. And then Kathy, do you want Milk Glass? Let me know, Kathy, if you want Milk Glass at 23. And if not, Kathy Plunkett, you would be next in line for Milk Glass if you're interested. And then Daniel behind Kathy. So I will watch the comments. David, I'm going to move you over. We have 3 minutes left on our silent auction. So if anybody else wants to get in, I believe we're at 375 right now.
Correct. And Kathy Hines wants your Fire King.
Oh, she said pass, wanted Fire King.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
All right, guys. So get your emails in the next 3 minutes. If you want to win choice of the 1930s Art Deco sconces, thank you so much. And just email us with your highest bid.
Yep.
All right. Daniel, I think we are to you.
Okay, right now we are. Right now we are at 425. Just letting you know, we are at 425.
Yes, the email to get in. Dax Delaney, I need you. If you are going to bid on these, I need your information. We're at 425. And the email is ttbsarac@gmail.com. Okay, Daniel. Daniel, I'm putting you down for the Milk Glass one.
And that was with a just in case. So just letting the person that
we're not doing just in case. No, we're not.
I know. Well, they had a JIC, but I was just going to let you know that it didn't matter because So we're at 425, and seriously, there's only 2 minutes left. I feel like I shouldn't even show a piece yet.
Well, if you don't want to, that's fine.
No, I can.
We are going to close the silent auction in 2 minutes, and it will be for your choice. You can take one, or you can take both. I'm going to assume the winner, if you just want one, wants the one in the best shape. And then the second highest bidder, if the winner only takes one, then the second highest will get a chance. Okay. Yes. Last call, email. We are at 425 right now. So email us your highest bid, and we need to receive it by, it needs to be time stamped basically 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Pacific, or 9 p.m. Central.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
So
watching.
hurry, get your bids in. This is
I'm watching.
exciting.
I know. I'm
This will
watching
be
the
for
email.
choice. The last set of these sold for $1,200.
And
Okay.
yes,
$1,189 is what the last pair sold for.
and if you were bidding in the silent auction, check your email right now and make sure you're, because I've emailed everybody back on where the bid is. So
Yes. Pee-wee. This is what it
yeah,
looks like with light behind. So if you choose to light these up as actual sconces, they came from a theater in Denver, and we got them by way of an estate sale here in Colorado Springs. So you could put a battery light in them. You could put a light kit in them. Honestly, they look pretty darn great just the way they are. And this is the back, and they are from the 1930s. This is chrome. Looks like an airplane propeller. And this is the front, and the brand is Nesdam, Nesdam. Thank you guys so much. All right. It is closed. All right. So we are going to once more, David, check email.
I'm looking, and I announced to the winner, and I'm just waiting to see if they want to remain anonymous. So for now, we are going to remain anonymous, but we will announce the winner.
All right.
So,
thank you guys so much. Thank you so
yes.
much.
And
I'm ready to cry. I'm not going to cry. Okay. Thank you. You're paying real people's bills. So we really, really are so grateful. Thank you guys. The silent auctions are so exciting.
Yeah, I just sent the email asking if one or two. So the backups may have a chance at the second one. So we'll just wait and see how that goes. I'll show this item, and then I will check on that.
And then we'll let you know. Yes. Yep. Let us correspond with the winner, and we will let you know.
Thank you guys so much. So fun.
Thank you.
I know, Pam. So I have a beautiful piece of art glass. I'm starting this off at 42. This maker, some of you may know of this maker. I had never heard of her. It is a signed artisan piece. So it is an artisan glass piece signed by Rita Case, Rita Case, Case. I'm starting this off at 44 or 42, sorry. And beautiful, beautiful colors. I'm going to put white behind it so you can see what the colors are. It's kind of like, gosh, what would that color be? It's not necessarily a pink. It has almost like cherry Coke, how cherry Coke looks. Beautiful piece, signed, and I'm going to show you the signature down here. So it's signed by, turn it the right side, Rita Case, and I was only able to find a couple of other sculpts by Rita Case. This was from the 90s. She did a lot of more abstract pieces. She has a couple of different, a little bit root beery. She made a lot of pieces that were just very abstract and kind of closed off at the top. This is one of her earlier pieces, I do believe, where she was kind of taking that ruffly handkerchief face style, but doing it more free flow and kind of like an end of day glass style. So you have all the whites that are mixed in there. So would just kind of whip it up and have those little spots kind of just abstract, just kind of flowing through the glass. You can see how that is the color tone of the glass that you're seeing with the nice warm light coming behind. It measures right at 4.5 inches tall and then 7.5-inch diameter. Artisan in the U.S., Rita Case, she made a lot of beautiful blown glass pieces in the 90s. This one, I believe, dates right around 93. It does have a date on here, but it's scratched off over time. So right at the beginning here, it says 9.
I can see it.
Okay, you can see it. But then you can't see the second number. But I'm pretty sure it says 93. The latest piece or the newest piece I saw that she had made was 98. So, but I'm not seeing any interest, and that's totally fine. I love artisan glass because it may not be made at a big factory by an artist, but it was made in a smaller place, smaller firing place. So a lot of detail going into it without all of the extra that most of the manufacturers have to help you make beautiful pieces. So
Yes.
I'll bring it back for the recap.
Oh, what a great piece. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so David, you check on the silent auction
Oh yeah.
and let us know. And I'm going to go ahead and show my next pieces, and then we'll announce, because you had to show and then we didn't get to check. So
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and announce it because I just checked. And then
okay.
I got to let Tato's out. Buyer wants to remain anonymous, and we totally respect that.
Yep.
And she's taking both. So
Okay.
thank you all for your bids. And thank you. And I'm just so appreciative of all of you. And yeah, congrats to the winner. You will not be unhappy about that.
That was such a thrill to find and be able to bring to you guys. And I would far rather sell it here than put it on eBay or Etsy. So, you know, I am just so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Again, not going to cry, not tearing up, not going to cry. Okay. So I'm doing these pieces for $18 choice, and they are both unique in their own right and wonderful. So first up is this beautiful little blown glass piece. Now, I went to an estate sale over the weekend and got this, and it had been in the bathroom for many, many years, and it had some old bath beads in it. Remember the ones that would like dissolve in your bath, and they would like eke out a little bit of oil or whatever. So it was filled with bath beads and real lavender, and they had been there and kind of congealed, been there for a very long time. So I think what is so unique and strange about this is it's blown glass for the bottom. Okay. You can see there's our pontil. All right. And then the top is molded. It actually has a line like pressed glass. So it's two different styles of glass coming together into one. I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked, and David looked and looked and looked and looked, and we could not find any apothecary jars that fit the bill for this. So I don't know the maker. I don't know much about it. It came from an estate sale out of the bathroom with funky old bath beads in it. So I cleaned it up really nice. And I just think it's stunning. And, you know, it reminds me of Empoli, of course, with that optic design, but I don't know.
I know.
I really don't know what it is, but man, so cute, right, Susan? I know it's kind of weird. But I love the chunky texture that is on the lid. And then you also notice the edge is like folded down, which I thought was an interesting style as far as blown glass is concerned for a little apothecary jar.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's a neat piece. I feel like it is perhaps an artisan piece. I just don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, Daniel, I thought so too. It does kind of look pulley. So this is choice number one. Choice number two is going to be a piece of pottery. And this is made by the company Niloke out of Benton, Arkansas. And the reason their name is Niloke is because Niloke is kaolin clay spelled backwards. So see it Kaolin, which is actually kaolin. And that is the type of clay that was used to make all of their pottery pieces. Now, Niloke is one of those that's up there to me with Van Briggle and Rookwood,
Right.
because it is hard to find. And the reason it's hard to find, and you hear sellers say it's hard to find all the time. No, this really is hard to find. And the reason why is because this was only produced up until 1946, and then they completely shut down and they closed. And so all of their pieces predate 1946. This would have been considered a bud vase. It's very nice and simple. It's in this gorgeous, what I would consider almost like a Wedgwood color of blue. And it is just a great piece of Niloke with the original sticker.
Yeah.
So anytime I find Niloke, I pick it up. The last piece I sold was a ewer, and I got it in an estate sale, and I was thrilled to find it too. So yes, anytime you find this brand out and about, pick it up. It is wonderful quality pottery out of Arkansas. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And dates, like I said, pre 1946. Okay. And Niloke was actually made originally by Eagle Pottery Company. And then, of course, kaolin clay they decided to use the name of and did lots of these little matte pieces, much like Van Briggle, in that same texture.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a countdown. This is going to be for choice of the little blown glass apothecary jar with the pressed glass lid that I don't know anything about other than I just think it's beautiful. And then this is a little Niloque pottery piece. All right, so here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Such an exciting night with a silent auction. Yeah. And we still have a lot of really cool, great stuff to get through. So
we do.
Stay tuned. We are not even close to being done.
Not even close.
Not even close. Okay. So Pam and Noelle, I see you both. And Pam is going to take choice at 32. So Pam, just let me know if you want the apothecary jar or you want the vase. Okay. And then Noelle, stay tuned because you would have second choice after Pam. Okay. And we will just see what Pam and Noelle want to do. And then if somebody does choose to pass, Donna, you were up at 27. So Donna, just let me know and stay tuned too. Pam's going to take the Niloque piece. You've got it, Pam. And so then Noelle, let me know if you want the little glass piece. All right. That's and cool. If Noelle chooses to pass, then it will go to Donna. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. That worked out. Thank you so much, Noelle. Thank you, Pam.
Cool. All right. So if you watched my 5-minute video with the blowfish, you will see that this bowl was the one I found in a case, and we grabbed the blowfish and tossed them in here. This is a beautiful piece of Italian glass. I'm starting it off at 42. And I'm going to show you first. It has its original tag on the inside, which I think is pretty unique that it's on the inside, but it's marked glassware. And it says Antica Cristalleria Italian glass bowl. And it says made in Italy. And then on this other sticker right up here, I can get in as close as I can. Sorry, my bifocals aren't working anymore. Daniel, I think I need a new prescription. Yeah, my bifocals suck. Here we go. Murano made in Italy. And the rest I can't read because it is in another language, but that's okay. So it has its original little tag there as well as the center one by the actual maker. So it was made on the Murano Island by the company Antica Cristalleria. So that's hard to say. That's a hard one to say.
It's a Cristallaria. So
Cristallaria, yes.
Cristallaria would have been where it was sold. Yeah.
That is where it would have been sold, but it was made in Murano, judging by the sticker here. Beautiful piece. I found other pieces made by this company. They're on the higher end Italian glass. They used a pattern, got that stamped in pattern, and then did the pools to make every bowl just a little bit more unique. It measures right at 12 inches long from the longest way. So about right here, from this tip to this tip would be about 12 inches long and then 4 inches in height. Let me put it on a board just to give you an idea. So it would be considered more of a console dish, but you could definitely use it in the middle of your table as a centerpiece for sure, your dining room table. And the color of that is kind of like a golden amber with a little bit more clarity going through, with a little bit more of honey rather than the darker amber.
It's unique. Like this honestly is so unique to me. It's just beautiful.
That shows the color a little bit more. Yeah, great for candy. Put your candy in there, but it does have like a candy-licious vibe going on. So I'm going to go ahead and count down. I see Kathy Kynes in at 42. Just want to show you that pattern that is in there. And it is a raised pattern, so you can feel on the bottom it's smooth, and then on the top that's where you feel the texture of that pattern. So yeah, it is a stunner. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beans in a plant leaf. I agree, Karen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Like a beautiful big flower.
Yeah.
I'm with you,
Big
Susan. So
old
good.
flower.
Mm-hmm.
Willy Wonka room.
It
All
is.
right. So, Kathy, thank you so much for 42. This is yours.
Awesome. All right. I have a really beautiful mid-century bowl to bring you, and it is a big one. I love this pattern. I actually own a casserole dish that we use in this pattern. So this is some of my functional vintage pattern, but I'll be honest, I really don't need the bowl. So I was like, I'll bring the bowl to a sale and I'll keep my little casserole dish. So this is going to start, David, at 28. It is made by Federal Glass. And this is the Harlequin pattern. And it is Harlequin Atomic. It is in an awesome black diamond along with this really cool gold atomic pattern. And you've got the little snowflakes inside. And it's in great shape. I
Yeah.
will tell you, on the piece that I have, the gold has not weathered very well, which is why I kept it. Sometimes I'll just keep pieces that I find for cheap just to use.
Right.
Because I'd prefer to use vintage rather than new stuff anyway. So um I really, really think that this is an elegant mid-century pattern, and it pairs really nicely too if you have any other, black, white, or gold pieces that you want to put with it. And again, let me show you the Federal. There's your Federal F. Okay. And then you see you've got the pebble bottom styling. And this is a 3.5 quart. So out of the Harlequin bowls, this is the largest. And I forgot to measure the diameter. It is 9.5 inches wide. So it is a sizable piece. And it is so beautiful. I love these old mid-century patterns.
Same.
Yeah, they're some of my favorites.
I like the shape of this one.
Yes, it's a great shape and very eloquent. And again, Pyrex is what's popular, but I think Federal and Fire King and even Glassbake, who is like the stepsister of all of those, I think Glassbake is phenomenal glass. So yeah, it's a great price and super nice as far as condition for this mid-century piece. Again, made by Federal in the Harlequin pattern. Shirley, I see you in at 28. Thank you so much. And yeah, very collectible. And once you start collecting this pattern, there's lots. You should Google Federal Harlequin and just see all the different pieces that you can collect to go with it. It also is one of those that has a nice enough pattern you can use this as a riser. So if you do want to end up with it upside down and put figurines or what have you in one of your displays on it, it still displays really nicely.
Yeah.
I agree, Karen. I love glass bake. There's some really cool
Yeah.
glass bake patterns out there that are totally underrated.
I
So,
agree.
Shirley, I see you at 28. If anyone else wants to get in on this, it's a good price. This is the largest Harlequin bowl of the set. This is the 3.5 quart, and it is 9.5 inches in diameter. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. And this was in the flea market this week, and it was in a booth that was on sale. So I told, and it was at the very, very bottom in this booth. And I just happened to see it and I got it for a great price. I was so excited because you don't find the gold in very good shape. The black usually holds out okay, but the gold on these usually disintegrates pretty quickly, especially with dishwasher damage. So Mary, your 29 came in after the bid in. So Shirley B, congratulations. This is coming to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, Sarah. I changed my background because I'm selling all of my background and it's all gone. This is the last piece here from back there. I'm going to turn my light down a little bit. So ever since I unplugged my light, it's been acting squirrely. It's changing color tones and stuff. So if I all of a sudden turn green, it's my light. This lamp I'm super excited about. Sarah found it when we were out. You'll see her finding this on her video when you watch it later. I'm starting this off at $78. A very reasonable price for such a beautiful lamp. Now, this lamp measures right at 20 inches tall from the base, which is a brass base, to the top of the socket here. And then once you get into the lampshade holder, and it does still have its original finial, it stands right at 30 inches tall. So it's a nice sized room lamp. And I'm just going to get in close. It's check glass. It's made with that beautiful cut to clear, and then a wonderful overlay of gold throughout. No damage to the gold. And my favorite part, honestly, is the floral that they did on the middle of the cut to clear. There's no damage to it. Nice texture still left on the flowers, so you can definitely see the 3D effect almost when
Wow.
you're up close to it. I'm not going to touch it. And it's double-sided with that floral. So, or actually, sorry, 3 sides. So 3 points where the floral is in the middle. And then, of course, you have just the roses that pop around all the way around. And then you've got the cut to clear in the base and as well as in the middle. And then right here in the top.
So good.
It is beautiful. So from the 60s, we were able to narrow it down to early 60s, most likely because of the base itself, as well as the components that are right up here. These do go all the way back to antique as well. But this one is Bohemian, beautiful check case glass with that cut to clear. And I mean, just it's a beautiful piece. I'm going to show you with the lampshade that we got it. Now, the lampshade can come with it if you want it, or otherwise we will just get rid of the lampshade because it does have damage. I'm looking for it. And
You can only
so
see
hard
when
to see the
it's lit.
damage.
You can only see the damage when it's lit up, honey.
Oh, okay. Well, there's some damage on it, so I'm not going to plug it back in, but I will put it on just so you can see what it looks like with a lampshade. The finial screws on and off nice and easy. No issues there. No, I did not tighten it back on. Just wanted to show you. So we'll pull it way back here.
And I don't know if it's the original lampshade. It feels like silk, and it has a tear on the inside on one side, and then a little bit of damage at the top. And you can only see it when it's lit up. But if you want the lampshade, it's yours. Otherwise, we'll just send you the lamp. It would have, of course, be a little more to ship the lampshade just because it's so bulky.
Correct. And when I do ship this, what I will do is I will take this part off. Obviously, the light bulb will be popped out, but this part will come off. So we'll be shipping from here to here in a nice big box, double boxed. But yeah, beautiful check glass Bohemian. These cut to clear pieces are very sought after, but there's also like cut to amber, cut to red. But personally, I like the clear with the gold. You can see they applied the gold after they merged that together. And so it gives it just a really cool vibe.
I love it. I think that the flowers look great, and it would be beautiful with some milk glass pieces too.
Yeah.
I do think there is something to be said for finding perhaps the right shade for it, and maybe like in pink. I think like a pink or a kind of like a baby, like a butter yellow lampshade would be spectacular on it.
For sure.
It's such a great piece. We were so excited to find this. The cut to clear is stunning, and I love the style.
Yeah, and it has great electric. No worries about plugging it in. The electric is Leviton, and it does still have its felt on the bottom and no issues. So you could definitely plug it and use it daily. And yeah, just great condition. Yeah, I think it'd be great in a bedroom. But you could definitely put it in your living room over in a corner, and it just kind of pops in the corner for sure. All right. So
yeah, even a gold lampshade would be interesting on it too.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right, now just show one more time around here.
I really love the Bohemian glass. I think that it is again, underrated and beautiful, and such a great design. And I love being able to see through the little portholes. I sold a piece of cut to amber last week.
Right.
And they have all kinds of cut to cranberry, but I think cut clear is really classic. It looks super on a lamp.
It does. And as far as shipping, don't be worried about shipping because of the narrow size. What this would be done is we would box this in a small box, and then pad that box inside another box, box and box. And then, of course, we use pirate ship. This would probably go UPS. And yeah, it would definitely be safe. And shipping, I would say, would be depending. It just depends on where you are, but it's not going to be exorbitant because it is a smaller piece around. All right, but I'm not seeing any interest, so I can bring it back for the recap. Once again, $78 from the 60s, early 60s, Czech Bohemian case glass with the beautiful cut to clear windows all the way through, and hand painted floral and applied gold. And I love the brass base. There's something about that brass base I just love.
It is so good. Yes.
Oh, Mary, I see you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And thanks, Tim. Yes, I promise you, I will. Anything like this, I do spend a lot of time packaging to make sure, even if it's dropped, it's most likely not going to get any kind of damage. So,
Done.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of work went into that lamp. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nate. Because what they did was they would take the blank. So they would do the blanks in here in these little windows, and then cover the blanks with a thin layer of the clear glass. And then it would be molded on, and then they would paint over it. So there's tons of steps that goes.
Yeah, it's not not your average bear as far as glass production. Yeah, correct. That's cool.
Yeah,
you have a bid at 78.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and count down. Thank you guys so much. And whoever the winner is, just let me know if you would like the lampshade or not. Of course, that will cost in shipping on the lampshade. So it just depends on if you want the older lampshade. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Susan. That's so sweet of you. Good night, Pam. Thank you so much for being here.
Becky's at 80.
80. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful.
And there's our bid end. So Becky for 80. This is yours. And Becky, just let me know in the comments if you would like to have the lampshade that we found it with. Once again, it does have some damage, but it does look good while it's on it. But when it's lit up, you will see a tear that could go to the back. Yeah. Okay, so no lampshade. That was Mary. So I'll wait and see what Becky says. Okay, no lampshade. I got you. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. All right. So some of you guys saw it in my preview, and if you watched the video that I dropped earlier this morning, you saw that I had some strawberry pretties. And I love strawberry home decor. At this estate sale where we found the Art Deco sconces that just sold in the silent auction, that is where these other pieces came from. And they're all strawberry related. So it's great. First up, this is going to be for choice. And David, the choice is going to start at $14. So this is a wonderful piece of Rosenthal Netter, created in Japan for Rosenthal Netter. Most of you recognize that mid-century brand, and there is the little stamp as well. And this is a gorgeous, tall strawberry pitcher. It measures 8.5 inches tall to the tallest part at the lip, and it does not have any issues. There's no damage in it, which is great considering its age. And Rosenthal Netter, for those of you that may know, you may be familiar with that brand because they were the manufacturer for a lot of different mid-century Italian brands as well, a lot of Italian pottery. And this actually was made in Japan by Rosenthal Netter, which is, like I said, famous mid-century importer and exporter that sold amazing pieces. And a lot of them were in high-end furniture stores and so on. So choice one is the pitcher. Choice number two is going to be the strawberry needlepoint And this is an 8x10 size, and it is very sweet. Again, this was at the estate sale. And I love that you've got a pink one, and then you've got the little red ones as well. And it is a wool needle point. So it is that thicker, nice wool yarn, and it is finished on the back. So this would have been, a home done piece. And I think that it just looks so sweet together. So this is going to be option number 2. Option number 3 is going to be a tablecloth and napkin set that would match the whole thing. And FYI, the tablecloth does have some staining. Typically, I don't pick up tablecloths with staining. However, I loved this pattern, and I thought if you could recycle or use this for pillows have you, it would be wonderful. Or you could just sit something, because this is the stain and it's in the middle of the tablecloth. So if you had a centerpiece, literally you could just sit it over that stain right there. But I want you to know that it is there. And the reason that I went ahead and bought it is that it's kind of minor in comparison to the size of the whole tablecloth. So the tablecloth itself is 50 by 48, and it is this beautiful 1950s strawberry pattern. And I just thought it was lovely with the whole theme. And then you're going to get 6 matching napkins. Okay. And those are going to come with the tablecloth as choice number 3. Okay. So pitcher, needlepoint, or tablecloth and napkins. And again, these are all in good shape. It's just the tablecloth had a little bit of staining right in the middle, which, you could just set your strawberry pitcher over it and it wouldn't even really matter, right? So I had a lot of people interested when I posted these on Instagram, because strawberries are very popular and so good for upcoming summertime too.
Yeah.
If you're doing a vignette or you have some other strawberry items and you wanted to do a whole display, I think it would look just wonderful together, right?
Oh, yeah.
So cute. So this is for choice, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Nate. I wanted to say hi. Get a chance to say hi to you. Thank you for popping in. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We love Sunday nights with you. So thank you for being here. All right, here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Name on tablecloth.
Is there a tag on the tablecloth?
7, 6. Oh, thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. Thank you so much. Well, where did it go? I don't know. I don't know. All right. There's Trindlin. There's Renovative Home. Thank you guys so much for your bids. Trindlin's got a just in case of 30. Renovative Home has a 28. So Trindlin, you let me know if you would like the pitcher, the tablecloth and napkins, or the needlepoint, or you can take all 3. And then Renovative Home, Sarah, you're going to have second choice. And then Karen Lord, you would have third. Okay. Yes, it could be a very fun strawberry fruity Mad Hatter party.
Yeah.
Yes, it pairs nicely with filet mignon, baked potato, and wine. Okay, all 3 are yours. You are like me. I love a good vignette, and I love things that match as far as a fun theme. So all of that is for you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And yes, Jamie, I hope your dinner was awesome.
All right, guys, you ready for some story time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sarah, I'm starting this book off at $10. And before we get into the book, I just want to show you, we do have the spiral bound. You can see it's a couple of those little plastic pieces have broken off. It still stays together, and you can definitely still read it, but just want to let you be aware of that. This is a golden book by Richard Scarry's, and it's the egg of in the hole book. So we are going to play with this little hole right here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So
how much, David? How much?
$10.
Okay.
And this is from 1967, and we've got that all right in here. And it even has instructions. So put your finger in the hole on each page to see if you can find Henny's lost egg.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, great books, huh, Soul Nate? So here we go. Here's the hen. One day, up in the hayloft of the barn, Henny laid an egg. The egg rolled through a hole in the floor to a room down below. Oh my, I hope I haven't lost it, she said. Can't see it. I can't find it. So we got to get deeper. Okay. So
Poor
Henny
Henny.
rushed down the stairs to the room below. Have you seen my eggs? Asked Henny. Yes, I have, said Billy the goat. Brr. It fell on my ice cream. Then it rolled along the table and went out the window. I'm pretty sure the egg is toast by now, and he's ticked off. All right. So
And he is very
now
happy.
he's yelling out the window. Um, Henny hurried to the window. Have you seen my egg? She asked. Yes, I have, said the little bird. It rolled along the rain gutter and then it went down the hole.
Okay, now you have to do your finger like
This hole.
you're the egg.
Yeah. So, okay. So here we go. We'll just go ahead and do it.
Thank you.
There it goes. Whee! It went right down in that hole. So now we have to flip the page to see where it went.
Hi, Ollie.
All right. So here we go. Henny ran outside where Pig was sitting. Have you seen my egg? Asked Henny. I'm afraid I've lost it. Your egg just hit me on the head, said Pig. It rolled down my back, through my curly tail, and across the barnyard.
Oh,
That tail,
heavens.
yeah. So he's like, but it went over there. So it came all the way down, bonked him on his head, right into the hole. And so now it's time to go see. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward through Mother Goose, and we're going to pass through the bunny. Even
Oh,
though
look at the bunny.
look, he wants to paint the little hole.
Biscuit.
So let's go on over here. So Henny rushed to the other end of the log. She saw her egg just before it rolled into a hole in the ground. My egg, she cried. I have lost it. I have lost it. But just then, from out of the hole appeared a tiny mouse. Henny, he said, I have found your egg, but something very special happened. It is broken and is in a lot of little pieces. Oh no! But if you look closely, you will see that. Let's go ahead and figure out where it went. I feel something. Look, it's like soft. Oh, it's so soft.
Oh, what is it? What
We're
is it?
gonna poke on through. What? Hi, Mommy, said Baby Chick.
Oh,
You have a brand new baby chick in its place. And look
Biscuit.
there, he still has his little fluffiness. That feels just like a chick.
David, put on the wiener gloves.
Oh, well, and see, that's the thing. I will say that hole gets pretty deep. So if you do have wiener gloves or some sort of object you can put through a hole.
Daniel Harps thinks you come from the other side with the holes.
Oh, you know, we could always turn it into a different type of book for sure.
No,
Okay.
no.
So here's the piggy. He's like, he went down that hole, right down in here.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay.
I don't like the wiener hole. I don't.
Okay. So this book is coming for $10, and
my
Red Spotty
gosh.
Mushroom is in, and you can feel the little chick. He's just right in there.
And we're off the rails. All right.
Off the rails. Yeah. So, but seriously though, from the outside, you can feel the fuzz, but it just keeps you wanting more. Every time you put your finger in the hole, you want more, more, more until you get down to the end, and it's just so fluffy. All right, here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peekaboo.
Lord help
Looking
us.
for our
Okay.
pit end. Hey, reading books is like therapy.
We've sent poor Linda to therapy. Oh man.
Look, he's like, look in the hole. No. But yeah, there's on the backside, it shows the hole with the egg coming out.
Yes, this was a kid's book, Cute Fluff. Welcome.
Yes, and now it is not. So Red Spotty Mushroom, this is yours for 10. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Karen Lord, your 11 came in right after the bid end.
Okay, let's switch gears. We're going to switch gears into something completely different. I have some brooches. Some brooches. And they're all completely different. And I'll be honest. Okay, Soulmate is here. So I have to represent. All right. Katie, who was on with us last Thursday and last Monday, inspired me. And you guys, look what I found. Look what I found. So I'm starting choice on my brooches for $14. And this is a multiple baguette and little pronged rhinestone. I don't know a brand on this. It does look like a disco ball Daniel harps. It sure does. And it's so pretty. Um, from everything that I saw, I believe it does date to like 60s. And there's no markings or anything on the inside, but it does have a nice long pin back. And I just think this is absolutely stunning. And again, totally Katie inspired because I probably would have been too scared to pick this up before. I was like, I think Katie would like it. So, Soul Nate, you let me know if I did okay. So that's going to be choice number 1. And then choice number 2, and I told you these are all totally different. Choice number 2 is this groovy thing. And this is a huge, large brooch. And it is real brass. And it has the pin back on the back as well. Everything I found on this could be anywhere from like 70s, 80s. I'm honestly not 1,000% sure on era on this, but I think it's so cool. It does have a little patina. And I have not polished it or anything like David did with the Brasso on the artillery shell. So it is with its original original estate sale dirt on it. And I just thought it was so cool. Yeah. And it's a big one, guys. This is 3 inches. It's a large brooch, but again, cool on as any kind of statement piece. It's just beautiful. Okay. So that's going to be option number 2. And then last but not least, option number 3, because my husband is the king of vintage Matryoshka babushka nesting dolls. We have them on a scarf pin. So you've got big to little all here in a row, and they hang so sweetly. You know, I couldn't pass this up. Well, I mean, and again, this is an estate sale find as well. And my friend that runs the estate sale, she's like, really? And I was like, really? Like, I love this.
Yeah.
I was like, I think this is so cool.
It is.
And I remember my mom having these style scarf pins back in the 80s, and it is a big gnarly pin that will come and get you. But it's great too if you want to shove it through something really thick. So these are the choices on the brooches. And again, all totally different, but I had a fun time sourcing them. And Katie and Nate, you guys are such an inspiration. Thank you for teaching us about brooches and what to look for. This one I found just so epic. And I was so impressed that all the stones are there too.
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. I'm going to start a countdown. This is for choice of brooch. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bid end. I'm so excited. Soul Nate's here tonight to see me sell my brooches.
Love it.
You guys. All right. So Les has a just in case. Trendlin also has a just in case. You guys are great. Thank you so much, Karen Williams, for my bid end. So Les, for 26, let me know. We'll call this one round. We'll call this one sun, and we'll call this one dolls. Okay. So round, sun, dolls.
Rounds and dolls.
Rounds and dolls. So good. So good. Thank you so much. Trendlin, you're going to have second choice at 25. So you can let me know after Les decides what she wants. And then let me see if we had a third. I think we did. Cute Fluff at 18. So third choice would be Cute Fluff. Okay, you want the sun and the round. Those are both coming to you, Les. Congratulations. Thank you. And then Trendlin, if you want the little dolls, you just let me know. And if not, you can say pass. No pressure whatsoever. And then Cute Fluff at 18. Okay. So Trendlin wanted the dolls she got. It worked out. Thank you so much, guys. I love it when it works out and everybody gets what they want. That's great.
Same. All right. So my next item, Sarah, I'm starting at 34.
Okay.
And it is a beautiful cased glass piece. We found a lot of signed glass pieces this last week. Now I'm going to show you at the bottom. We have a signature, Vida, Vida, but I could not make out the second part of the name. I tried and tried.
I can't tell. It looks like an H or an M. What
Right.
do you guys think? I don't know. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one. But just going off of Vita in the search, I could not find it. But it is a beautiful case glass piece with the Millefiore just scattered inside, and you do have some stretched. I do not know if it's Murano. I do believe it's an Italian piece, but I don't know if it was actually made on the island of Murano. But it is gorgeous. You have black rim that goes around, and it does kind of go up and down. So definitely a unique style to the rim itself. And then that green with the white flecks all inside almost looks like sand caught inside of a vase. And then
Yes.
the Millefiore is just kind of floating in there. It has a nice soft pontil mark that is indented. Oh, thank you, Mary Beth. Yes, it is a beautiful piece, and the way it just kind of flows up to the circular up top. So it starts down here as a nice square piece, and then
Hmm.
as it goes up, you've got the texture, and then as it gets right up to here where it opens up, that's where it smooths out and just gives it a really nice feel to it.
Yeah. Dawn said it's an expensive piece. And Dawn, we thought so too, especially
Yeah,
with the signature. But it's so frustrating too when you're trying to identify the signature and you know it's something wonderful, but you're just not certain. But yeah, this is one
really,
too that I told David I wouldn't mind if we ended up keeping because I love the Millefiore. Um,
right.
they almost look like little pieces of candy all throughout.
Yeah, it really does, and it does not glow. There's no glowing to it. But it in the sunlight it really does pick up some
Hmm.
the tones, and it just adds to the texture because you can't really tell unless you get a real close. You can see that is a texture on the clear casing, so the interior is not affected with any texture, just the outside, so it gives it like a rippling effect.
That's
And
really cool.
it stands right at 6.5 inches tall too, so it's a nice size vase with a very uniform top. However, they added just that little bit of
Hmm.
uh, color on the
Yes.
top that gives it just a little bit more freeform look, and you can see the different texture going on. So I'm going to go ahead and count down. Thank you
You
guys
know,
so much. I
hold
agree.
on.
It does. What?
Yeah, I was just gonna say if you displayed this with any of your jadeite and then some of your
Oh God. Yeah.
multicolored pieces, I think this would be just superb with jadeite. And whoever Vida is, if you guys know and we don't, please let us know. It's Vida, and we cannot make out the signature last name,
Right. And
but
up
you
front,
know
I mean,
who
you can
you are, beautiful glass.
yes, you can see it, but you just can't make out. Honestly, it's the first two letters and the last two are hard to make out. The rest in the middle kind of looks like an EDU, but yeah, it's really hard to make out. So definitely worth going down a rabbit hole. I ran out of time and I could not find the maker. So I am going to go ahead and count down "Beautiful Artisan Piece" by Vita and signed and really beautiful with that Millefiore. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Even the inside has a nice swirl look to it.
Mhm.
Shirley, I see you're just in case of 40.
It's
Um,
gorgeous.
no, well, it might be Vito, but it kind of looks like they finished it off as an A.
Yeah.
But you never know. I didn't think to check Vito.
Yeah, it does look like an A. I don't know.
I know
That's all
it's
we
a tough
got.
one. Tough
But
one.
Vida made some beautiful pieces. My gosh.
I agree. Okay, so Shirley B for 37. This is yours. Thank you so much.
Congrats. So
Congrats.
good, Shirley. Yes, that was one too. I was like, we could keep that. That's really cool.
Right.
But again, I have issues with the
Good
whole
him.
keeping of the stuff. So this is why we sell the vintage.
Right.
This is next up for me. And I will be honest on this one, I don't know an era, and it's frustrating when I can't find an era, but I will tell you about it. I'm starting this piece at 22. This is a piece by Aldo Fumentini. No, I'm sorry, I said his last name wrong. It's Aldo Fumanti, Fumanti. And Aldo is a Italian artisan potter. And what's cool is still in Italy to this day. And it is in the town of Gubbio, Gubbio. Aldo still has a shop. So this could date, and it's been there apparently quite a while. And this could date, I don't even know, this could date to a long time ago. It could be like a type of souvenir. I don't know. But I just thought it was a beautiful piece of artisan pottery. I was so thrilled to find something with B on it too. You guys know I love vintage insects. And I thought the sunflowers were just great. And it's signed by Aldo Fumanti. So if you look up Aldo Fumanti, you'll find that there is still a little artisan store in Gubbio, Italy that sells this same pattern with the sunflowers. Now, I did not find any of the pieces with the bee. So that to me, I think was really, it just makes it special. I love that there's just a little bee on it.
Same.
And it's not very big. It's kind of a smaller artisan piece, but what a beautiful piece of Italian pottery. It is right at 6 inches tall. So right at 6 inches. Everybody's saying bye to Misty, hi, or no, bye to Daniel, hi to Misty. Yes. Hi, Misty. Bye, Daniel.
Hi, Misty. Bye, Daniel. But Daniel's still watching. He's just not going to be in the chat.
Okay. So again, Italian pottery. I'm starting to really enjoy a lot of the different artisan pottery that is made in Italy. I'm also enjoying going down the rabbit hole with the different artisans themselves. And it's such a sweet little piece. Again, you could use this for a lot of things if you wanted to use it like for a makeup brush in your bathroom, or you wanted to put it with your other pottery pieces in gold and green and cobalt. I think it would look great with some cobalt glass.
Yeah.
All the way around, it's just a lovely piece. So I'm going to start a countdown. And we are at 22 with Miss Patsy M. Thank you so much, Patsy. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bid end on the Aldo Fumanti Italian pottery piece.
Heck yes.
Yes, and he makes so many beautiful pieces, big ones, with these gorgeous sunflowers on them. So I am too, Jamie. I know. I have a whole mid-century pottery obsession happening as well while we speak. So Patsy, I see you're just in case, my dear. You did not need it. This is coming to you for 22. Thank you so much. And hey, Misty girl, it is
just good seeing you here, Misty.
Whoop, whoop.
It's great seeing you. Because Misty's here, we got to change this up.
All right,
here we go. We're going to play shakers, guys, and I'm going to start these at $18. And I actually have choice. So $18 for choice. And here we go. We got this cute couple. Now, they've been married for quite a bit. You can tell he's got a grumpy face going. And
she's like, what are you trying to
say? Howard, would you stop that? Oh, man. But in the morning, they're actually really happy. Or maybe that's afterglow. I don't know.
Afterglow. Totally.
Afterglow. But cute shakers. They are in great condition, no breaks. They both have their original stoppers made in Japan. And yeah, I love these types of little shakers. So one side is, how you doing? I'm so happy. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to go home and have something to eat. And then she's like, oh, it's so nice just having the house all alone for myself. And then hubby comes home and she's like, Harold, get off the good carpet.
Oh my gosh.
Super fun. Okay, so second for choice, I'm super excited about these as well. I found a pair of these just recently, and these are a little bit different colorway, and they are Shawnee owl shakers. Now, they do not have their stoppers. So I'll show you. And they have bigger stopper holes than most. But they are in great condition as well. Got the winking owl going on. And they are just wonderful. Love owls. And let's go ahead and put them on on a little board here and see how they look. So you can do the whole idea of both of them happy. You can have one grumpy and one happy, like serves him right. Yeah, you could definitely put some cash in those holes. And
Cash holes,
cash
indeed.
holes. But
Cash
just asking $18 for choice. And these guys are just kitschy as ever and great for gifts, but also just fun to mess around with.
I love that she's pissy on one side and like cheery on the other.
Yeah, she's like,
That's life,
oh,
right?
I'm so happy.
Hey, Amy girl.
Hey, Amy. But yeah, just super unique pieces. Great for gifts or just put in your kids display. And yeah, I love her bun that she has in his little derby hat. He looks like he's gonna go pick up some hamburgers.
Oh, he does remind me of Wimpy
Yeah.
from Popeye.
Yep,
Oh,
he totally does. And then they're like, "Can you believe this choice? Seriously?" All right, so let's go ahead and count down. We're gonna have Angry Man and Happy Lady, and then we're just gonna have two winking owls on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and start a countdown. And Lemmy is so excited they're leaving. He's kind of afraid of Bob and Brenda there.
Oh, Bob and Brenda are serious. What do you think, Lemmy? Okay.
He ran off. He does not want to be around them because he has to do chores. So here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What do you think? Do you want to knock him over? You can't knock him over, Lemmy. No. Oh, he's such a little turd.
He's a jerk.
He is a jerk.
Bad Lemmy. Now he's happy. All right, so we're just wait. I see Linda's 19, and there's our bid end. So Linda, let me know if you want the happy couple, or if you would like the owls, or if you would like both, or you can do the grumpy couple.
And then Patty Rose, you are going to have second choice.
Yep, wieners to burgers, just like a barbecue.
Yes, or you can take them both if you like. So Linda and Patty.
She likes to be by now. He does not.
I don't know. All the meats. That's right, Lisa.
All the meats. Okay, so I did not see. I'm just going to watch. So Patty Rose is second up, I believe. Oh, hey, Bucky. What do you think?
Hi, David.
How you doing, Bucky?
I'm pretty good, but these aren't Easter. I don't like these.
No, they're not Easter, but
I don't like them.
You don't like them? Okay, should I put them away?
Yeah.
What would you like me to show?
Easter.
Easter?
I want to see some bunnies and some chickies and some eggies.
Okay, well, we can do that next. I think Sarah's going to bring you some of that stuff.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
So I do not see. Okay, so Patty said happy couple if they get to her. And Linda said hoot hoot.
Okay, well, there you go. I got you both. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Karen. We're a little slow on the uptake. Yes, I see it. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Which way do I want to go now? You know what? We're going to do a little teapot that I found that I think is really, really cute. And this was a flea market find from over the weekend. And it is spectacular. It does not, I again couldn't find any info on this one. I had a couple pieces like that tonight. And just so you know, David and I try really hard to find info on everything, but sometimes there's just not any, you know? So This is going to start at $16. And it is a wonderful little vintage piece of ceramics. It is a teapot, and the top has this little bee on it, and the bee normally on stuff like this would just be beat up and whatever, but all of his little wings are there, all of his paint is there, and this little pink rose teapot is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. So the little bee sits like that, and then you've got the little leaves that come up on the side and up onto the little spout.
Awesome.
And leaves on the other side as well. So it displays great from both sides. I believe that it is made in Japan, and look at the crazing on this. Based on the age, I'm like 99% positive this is a Japanese piece. The crazing isn't really showing, but it's there. There you go. you can see that it does have the crack in the glaze, which does indicate that age. And it is super sweet. I can't imagine actually using it. It's going to be just a decorative piece only, but I think it's
Right.
great. Yeah, it does kind of look like Inarco or Yukagko or one of those Japanese makers, Dawn. It really does. And it's in such good shape. Now, it's funny, if you watch my video that I posted this morning, you'll see that this was so filthy. It was so
Yes, it was.
It was one of those, you know how stuff in the kitchen will get like that layer of like greasy kind of grime onto it. This is what that had. So I just thought it was precious. And you know, I'm a sucker for a vintage insect. So great shape, $16. And I just think it's darling. Good night, Shirley.
Good night.
Good night, good night. Good to see you. So yeah, it was grimy, right? It was pretty gnarly. Yeah, I had to take the magic eraser to it, and then also a little bit of alcohol to get down into those folds of the rose to get it all cleaned out. But a pretty piece for spring, nevertheless.
Yeah.
And right on into summer or all year long. Would look great in a hutch or your spring display if you do anything with insects and flowers. So Trindlin, I see you're 16. I know, right, Misty? What do you think this is? It's
Right.
definitely a Japanese piece, but I could not find a brand. And there's like a bazillion flower teapots out there, but none of them have a bee. So here we go, guys. I'm starting to count down. 15, 14, 13. Thank you, Daniel. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bid end. Looking for a bid end. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, definitely Japan. That was my thinking too.
Yeah.
Linda, I see you in at 20. Thank you so much. And it's just a little guy. It's almost the size of a coffee mug.
Right.
Just a little guy. There's my bid in from Miss Karen. Thank you, Karen. All right. So, Linda, this is coming to you for 20. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Very cool.
Nice score, Linda.
Yes. All right, Sarah, my next item, I'm bringing my Van Briggle, guys. And yeah, that's right. We have more Van Briggle. Now, this is more of a unique Van Briggle piece. I'm starting this off at 32. A lot of Van Briggle that you find out there that's collectible is that with that satin feel to it, very porous. This is highly glazed, so you do have a little bit of crazing that is going on in here because this was used. You can tell it's been washed, hand washed and used. So, but it is in great condition, no chips, no damage. And it is made by Van Briggle with a beautiful like midnight blue mixed with some blacks. And then you've got the softer blues coming in here where you're supposed to rest your little ciggies. And it just has a really cool shape. You've got that boomerang shape. Yeah, very glossy. And I'll show you on the back. We've got the Van Briggle, and this one on the glaze pieces are a little bit different because they do glaze over the stamp on the back, but you do have the Van Briggle Colorado Springs abbreviated, and then the Van Briggle stamp is up here. It's so shellacked, it's hard to really pull it up, but it has the 3-footed on the bottom, so it sits nicely, sits just barely up off of the ground. So I'll show you it are off the table, so you will have light passing through it.
Oh,
so it gives it a nice shape as it's sitting, but you can see that blue is just really dark, but like eye-catching. And you can see it also comes around the lip. It gets a little bit lighter around the lip all the way around, and parts of it is raised and parts come down. Kind of looks like a mid-century couch for Lemmy.
Oh, sure enough.
Yeah.
The drip glaze on this, I love how it's prominent in the little divots where you would put your stogie. I think that is such a nice touch. And Van Briggle did a lot of this black. It's actually a very, very dark. It looks black, but it's like the darkest navy blue on the drip glaze part. So the piece itself is black, and then the drip glaze comes out like a navy. and it's a beautiful piece. These usually date to the 60s.
Yeah, and on the back here, this kind of pulls in the colors a little bit. You can see it has that black tone, but it's a very, very dark blue all the way through. Very, very, very dark. And
Yes.
yeah, I just love the sculpt. It's an amazing sculpt. You don't have to use it as an ashtray. It can be a centerpiece, a console dish. It can also just be a side table dish for your keys, or you can display it sitting up. Definitely could look really nice sitting up. But I do love the fact that it does have those 3 feet. That gives it a little bit more of a oh gosh, atomic feel. Sorry.
Yeah. Van Briggle's great. It's collectible, and it definitely is going to be a nice piece of Van Briggle for those of you that do collect, coming straight out of Colorado Springs where it was made.
Yes, and this was early 60s, just to give you an idea on time frame. And we don't really find these types of pieces very often. We find the other types here and there, but this is definitely more of a unique Van Briggle piece. And if you're a mid-century modern lover or pottery lover, definitely a great snag at 32. It measures right at 9.5 by 6.5. All right, so I'm not seeing any interest, so I will bring it back for the recap.
Oh my gosh, okay. All right, so let's see here. Next up for me is going to be a little bit of kitsch, and I have some choices on your kitsch for tonight. And first up in the kitsch choice, and I'm just starting these at $12, is this little bunny.
Oh, hold on, Sarah.
Oh, sure.
Vegas. So sorry about that, guys. I know there is a lag.
That is okay. It's been kind of weird like that tonight. They are coming in towards the end.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much, Vegas Viking Glass. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for assisting us with the halts and waits.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate that, guys. So I will go ahead and count down. And I'm going to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Thank you, guys.
Oh, Dusty Moose, I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun.
I know.
No
yeah,
fun.
I will tell you, when you have to change medicines in any time, it definitely messes with the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that curve and swirl in it. Yeah. It's such a good piece.
Yeah.
There's our bid in. So Vegas Viking Glass is going to you for 32.
That's a steal. Congrats.
Good piece. Okay, so bunnies and chickies and Easter things. All right. So this is the cutest little chintz bunny. We've got the chintz flowers on the booty, and she has been into the thin eyeliner. She's channeling her best 90s sleek eye, and she does have crazing throughout. And her best feature, she has a little hole in her bottom for little cotton balls to come through, and she dispenses cotton balls out of her rear end in your bathroom. So I just thought she was precious. She does have crazing throughout. I'm going to try to get close up.
What is your starting price?
$10 or $12 for choice. Okay. So she is just a cutie. I do not have a maker or anything on her. She possibly could be hobbyist, but I doubt it. And she kind of reminded me of the 80s style with all the Crabtree and Evelyn type things in the bathroom. I know my grandma Nichols always had a lot of that stuff. And she's just so cute. So, I mean, who doesn't want to pull a cotton ball out of your rabbit's bottom? And then look, there's more. And we can just keep doing it. And look, she just keeps pooping cotton balls. So it's just the best thing ever. And I love kitschy cute stuff like this. And then, to display her, you just want to leave one hanging out so she has a little tail. So that's choice number 1. Okay. Choice number 2. So cute. If you watched my video I dropped this morning, you saw me with these on my haul video. And these are little chicken shakers. So you've got this little chicken, and he's just kind of hanging out with his little foot under him. And then this little feller has fallen, and he can't get up. He's on his back, and look, he's got his little shaker holes here. We got his cash hole there, and we've got his little feet just a kicking. And they are so cute. Let me show you balancing wise how he looks. So there he is on his little back. Help! And his little friend's like, oh, buddy, let's get you picked up. Let's get you the right way. No, I can't. And so little buddy's really concerned, and then he's just flailing around. And I think they're adorable. So great for your spring display. I don't have a brand and I don't know age. I literally don't know squat about these. When you find chicken shakers on the internet, there's like 4,000 of them. Tried to do an image search, couldn't find anything. So I don't know squat about them. I just thought they were adorable, especially if you have a kitschy, fun bunny Easter thing going on. Put these little guys underneath your Easter tree. So that would be choice number 2. Okay, so choice 1 is Fluffy Bunny with the cotton balls coming out of his rear end. And choice number 2 is going to be these cutie pie little chicken shakers. Okay, so I'm going to start a countdown. I see Dawn is in at 13. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, Lovisa, you have your grandma's cotton ball bunny from the 50s.
That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like she's older because of the crazing, but I don't know a date on her at all either. So we'll start a countdown, guys. Get in it just in case if you're interested. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bid end. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us. Still 157 of you here, and we appreciate it. It's been such a fun night with the silent auction, and just been wonderful having you guys here. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Whether you're lurking or you're buying, either way, we're just appreciative that you're here with us.
Yep.
All right, Dawn is going to be the winner. So Dawn, would you like the bunny or the chickies? Just let me know. You can choose either, or you can choose them both. And then behind Dawn would be Cute Fluff, Krista. Dawn's going to take the bunny. You've got it, Dawn. Bunny's coming to you. And Krista, let me know if you want little wee chickens. And I'll wait to hear from you. Thank you, guys.
All right, Sarah, I have a paperweight, and I'm starting it off at 24.
Okay.
Why 24, you asked?
Yeah.
Because it is a signed paperweight by the original artist, and it's a little bit on the older side when it comes to paperweights. So this was from 1979, and we're going to struggle as hard as we can to find that signature on the camera. So it's going to pop in. It's right there. And it's going to be tough, but I'll read you what it says. It's Lonsway glass. So Lonsway, Lonsway. And it's also dated 1979. And Lonsway did art glass, beautiful glass. I don't know if he's still open today, but he's from Waterville, Ohio. Made beautiful art glass pieces, as well as decanters and carafes out of glass. And this one is signed and dated, and the visuals that you get off of this is pretty spectacular. You've got the very light pinks kind of just floating all the way through that beautiful clear glass. Tons of clarity in this compared to some of the newer ones you'll find. This is a very nicely done artisan piece signed by Lonsway. I can't remember what his first name was.
And that's like a baby pink, right, David?
Yeah, it's a baby pink, and you can see we've got a few of those controlled bubbles that are expressing out of that pink, like explosion going on. Let me put some black behind it because I think that'll help the pink stand out just a bit. Yeah, it's definitely a pink. Right now it's coming in a little bit more white, but it has a nice light pink hue. And you've got those two bubbles right here, and then one right back here.
Wow, that one almost
one hiding back here. So he's got the controlled bubbles in different spots than you would expect. So it just has a really beautiful look, especially from the top. You can see those little fine pieces of color just flowing through there.
Wow.
Almost looks like an aquatic piece, you know?
Yeah, like a jellyfish.
Yeah, like a jellyfish, or just something flowing in the water. I'm trying to get it to focus. It is just not going to focus in on that for me, but I promise it is signed by Lonsway, 1979. It measures right at 3 inches diameter, so it's a nice standard size, and there's no damage at all. So I'm going to go ahead and count down. Tammy Thomas is in at 24. Thank you so much, and I'm going to try it one more time. Here we go. I'm going to
What
count
was
down
the
from
name again, David? Someone's asking.
name is Lonsway, Lonsway.
Okay.
And I want to say his first name was Brian, but I can't remember for sure. But he was based out of Waterville, Ohio, and basically really well known in that community and loved. Okay, Patty said he passed away in 2001. Okay.
Oh, how sad.
I did
He
not.
was young, 61. So
I
young.
know, very young.
Yeah.
But he had his shop on the square in Waterville, Ohio, and did all of his firing process there on the square. So a lot of people really knew about him and loved to just visit him in his
Local.
shop.
That's
So
awesome. Local
yeah, that's really
artisan.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
very cool.
So I'm going to go ahead and count down. Thank you all for your interest. And here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Look into my crystal ball.
That's a good piece, babe. Good
It
find.
really is. Thank
David is just such a master with the glass finds. I tell you what.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
You're doing
Sometimes
great.
it's hard to find some glass, but we've been really getting lucky at some of these estate sales that we've been going to. Yeah, you're right, Karen. Okay, so Tammy Thomas for 28. This is yours. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, beautiful score. Congratulations. All right, I have some Demi-Tasse cups, and they are so sweet. These are going to be for choice, and they are made by Kip Ceramics. And honey, I'm going to start the choice at $12 on these.
Okay.
So on the Kip Ceramics, I kind of had never heard of them before. Honestly, that was a new one to me. And it's KIPP Ceramics, and they're all signed 1947. And I thought they were really beautiful with the speckled glaze, and they're so thin. I mean, really thin. They almost feel like bone china. And that's what I thought they were when I first found them. I was like, man, that's really unique. The blue one, FYI, has a little tiny, and I mean real tiny chip right there. You can't really see it, but it is there. Okay. And again, these are itsy bitsy little Demi-Tasse cups. Gorgeous lilac violet glaze, kind of a drip glaze thing going down. And they call these the Lotus design. So this is going to be the violet one. And then look at the little pink one. It has like an ombre pink into red. 1947 on these as well, signed Kip Ceramic. And I think it's so sweet. Both pieces, the saucer and the little cup, are signed.
Yeah.
Yes. And they
they're
are
so
very,
fragile.
very thin.
Yeah. The fact that they've
Johnny.
lasted this long.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Very nice.
Yeah, kind of inside the paperweight, Surly. You're right. So these are your choices, and they are very, very sweet. They're in good shape. And again, I thought they would look great in a spring display if you do have Easter bunnies and you've got an Easter tree. Really sweet to have some little blossoms and buds and things around them. And I thought it also looked cute with the little bee teapot I just sold earlier. Isn't that cute together?
That look great together.
Really sweet. So again, Kip Ceramics, not a huge company. And I think they were only around for so long because there are not a lot of Kip Ceramics pieces out there. And mainly what I found was the little Demi-Tasse cups. So this is what they were known for. So I don't see any interest in these. That's okay. We'll bring them back for a recap. 1947 Kip Ceramics little mid-century Lotus Demi-Tasse cups.
Yeah, you could definitely put an Easter egg in it.
You totally could. In fact, you know what?
Oh my gosh.
Easter egg sized. Look at that. There you go. Easter egg size.
Yeah, Dawn.
Great in your little Easter display. Yes. All right, guys, I'm going to move it back over to David. We are definitely getting through the items. We're almost there.
Almost there.
At the end, we will do a recap. And just FYI, our silent auction is over. And Our winner wanted to remain anonymous. So again, thank you for the silent auction peeps that were here tonight. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Sarah, my next piece is coming for 22. And yet again, I have a signed piece. I love signed pieces. However, I could not find this person. So I'm going to show you the signature down in here. Anita Dice. So Deiss, or and the Anita is Anita. And this is beautiful pottery, definitely hand turned, and definitely a mid-century modern feel from the 60s. You can see all the different textures going on, and the color tones are just absolutely beautiful. It is a thick piece, reminds me a lot of some of the German pieces that we've sold.
Yes.
It's definitely not like a Mexican art.
What are you starting this at?
Oh, starting this off at 22.
Sorry about that.
You're good. Yeah, it does look a lot like German pottery. It reminds me of some of the fat lava pieces as well. But you can see they have a pattern going, and I'm doing it sideways to show the whole thing as close as possible. But you see that pattern there. And then the next pattern is just a single pattern. And then you have the raked pattern there, and then broken up in twos again. But then you've got like almost a zipper pattern.
That's cool.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes around. So it's definitely like a chalice type of style, but you could definitely use it just as a straight up vase. I think in a tiki bar, this would be beautiful. It measures right at 7.5 inches tall. And I did go down a rabbit hole with the piece being signed by Anita Dice, but could not find her. That does not mean it's not a beautiful piece. It is definitely an artisan, professionally made piece from the 60s, but we just don't know how many of them there are out there. And I have a feeling there's not, because I could not find it through text search as well as image search. So super unique, no damage. You could definitely use it to drink out of if you wanted to, but just a piece to add into your display, I think would be wonderful.
Yeah, I love. Again, it looks like 60s German pottery to me too.
Right.
So, and it could be, we just don't, and it might be a hobbyist piece. We have no idea, but we thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Potosi too. Yeah, you're
it
right.
needs to go with your fat lava and your olive greens and your oranges and your golds.
Well, and yeah, the Potosi, it definitely has that Potosi feel.
It does.
That's what drew me to it when I saw it, and picked it up. It has that same feeling to it as well. So definitely worth a snag at 22. Thank you, Laura. I'm going to go ahead and count down. I think this is a phenomenal piece, and I got a great price on it.
We both loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
All right, here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
I found Anita pottery too, but it was a different Anita, I believe.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. We did too, and I thought that might be it, but I don't think it was.
Yeah. All right, Laura Orton for 22. This is yours. Beautiful piece. Thank you.
Congrats, Laura. Really nice. All righty. This piece. Speaking of Germany, so she is darling, and I got her for a great deal. She does have some issues, and she's got a repair on a chip, which honestly was done so well, I didn't even realize she had a chip. So you see right there, that is her chip. I did not do that blue paint. Someone matched the paint, and they did a pretty darn good job, honestly. And this little piece had one other issue. What was it?
Oh, awesome.
Raising. Oh, it had, I think it was on her hair. Yes, right back here. She also has, it's not even a chip, because you can't really, it's not like rough or anything. I feel like it's like some paint loss or something, or a little flake almost.
Yeah.
So those are her two issues. And David, I am just going to start her
Dusty.
At $18.
Okay.
She is made by Erfila Pottery, Erphila. And they made a ton of these teapots in the 1940s. They're all very collectible. This one is number 6710, and she is marked on the bottom. Show you there. And she has remnants of her original foil tag, but then you can also see she is stamped Erfila, Germany, right there. Okay.
Awesome.
So she is just a spectacular piece. Erfila did kitties, they did puppies, they did several different designs that I just think are wonderful. She is kind of the Marie Antoinette design. And I think what really sets her apart and makes her special is the fact that the cup that she is holding is actually the pour spout on the teapot,
That's
right?
cool.
That's her little cup. What a neat sculpt. And
Yeah.
her face and her little flowers in her hair are just beautiful. So she is German pottery, 1940s, and she's a spectacular piece. She measures 9.5 inches tall, if you were wondering size. Karen Gillette said this is one of her favorite makers.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, if you actually take a look at their teapots, they have some really exceptional designs. And I thought she was one of them. I was excited to find her. And I love, she even has little ringlet curls in that Victorian style. And those bell sleeves going down either side of her little dress. Just a really great piece.
Yeah.
So $18 on the Erfila little teapot, made in Germany, and such a cute and unique sculpt. Great for your collection and beautiful to put in a hutch. Or any of your other, like if you're a teapot collector, I think that the 1940s German designs are really fantastic. And if you want her to turn a little bit, you can just turn her little head like that.
But if she turns without you trying to do it yourself, run.
I'll get you, David.
Ow!
See? Ooh, and your little dog too.
Oh no. So I don't see any interest. Thank you guys so much. We'll bring her back for the recap. Good night, Shannon. I know it's late, guys.
Wow,
We're almost there.
Yes.
We're almost there.
Almost
We're on the downhill.
One more item, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. All right. So my next item, Sarah, beautiful bedside piece. I do not know the maker. I found some listings online. They all said vintage. I have no idea. $24 is what I'm starting this at. Found this at one of our estate sales we hit. And there we go. Black will show. So this is one of the bedside decanter tumbler up sets. So you can fill it with some water, and then you have your glass that you can turn upside down or right side up and then pour in there. So that way, never have to leave the bed in the middle of the night if you're thirsty.
David, we need one of these in our bedroom.
We kind of do, but our little night tables are so small, it would probably just fall right off.
Mm-hmm.
I love these. And the cool part is that is like a satin finish.
Frosted.
Yeah, really beautiful. On the front, you've got the stars with the great shapes on those stars. And then the sun with the rays popping out, almost looking like it's going to dance. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the moon.
Mouthwash. Yeah.
Mouthwash would be awesome.
Does it glow?
That's a good question. No, it does not glow.
Okay.
No glow. But so yeah, you just take it off, and you can see you've got that slightly raised lip on the decanter itself, and then the glass. They are blown glass. You can see we've got a nice little divot right here at the end. Very nice pieces. There's no markings, but yeah, there's not much to say about it besides they're super retro cool, mm-hmm. and kind of go with everything really, in my opinion. And it's just on the one side, so you have the clear side on one side and then the etched on the other side with that beautiful, beautiful design. I'm going to go ahead and count down. And I see red spotty mushroom in. Here we go. We're at 25, looking for 26. It measures right at 9.5 inches tall with the glass on top. Okay. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And you don't have to use it by the bed. You could always put it in with your bar, and this could be your own personal whiskey holder. So,
That's
Donnie and Tammy, I see all your bids. Donnie, I see your just in case. And Red Spotty Mushroom, I see your 29. So for 30, Donnie girl, this is yours. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. This is my last item of the night, and then we are going to do a recap, guys.
Yep.
So stay tuned. And I know tonight took a little bit longer because we did have the silent auction.
Right.
So those of you that have hung in here like a boss, thank you.
Thank you guys so
for
much.
hanging with us. All right. So I have 2 of these little peacock chairs. And if you are on Instagram at all, you know the young children are losing their minds over these. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Now, I'm a girl that grew up in the 80s, and we had a lot of wicker stuff. And wicker is not my aesthetic, but it is a lot of other people's, and it is beautiful and cute. I hate dusting it. That's why I don't like it. So
Right.
I'm going to start these at $12 for choice. These are plant stands. Now, a lot of people over the years would use them for dolls. But honestly, if you put a plant in them and they're nice and flat and round, and actually the seat part is ridiculously sturdy. So you could put even a ceramic pot in this and it would stand and be okay. They both, they're not wonky either. No, they don't like, some of these you'll find some wicker pieces are a little off center. These are excellent. One is slightly bigger than the other. This is the biggest one, and this one is just a little bit smaller, you can tell. So they look really cute together if you want to use them for a plant, or you want to stick a baby doll in them for one of your dollies. They are nice size too. These are called peacock chairs, and they are made of wicker and rattan. And if you ever find a big one out and about, for a good price, holy cow, these go because they are trending now. They're a whole thing with the new age boho crowd on Instagram.
Those young kiddos.
They're really wildly popular, and the big ones go for like $500 to $600 now. And they used to be, I remember they were a thing from the 70s, right? Like a throwback 70s, early 80s. And they were very common at the time, and now they're not because a lot of them fell apart. Because
they did. Like I remember back in the 90s, if you're driving around on garbage day, you most likely will see an old wicker piece sitting out in the dump because they just gave up on them. So they are harder to find at this point.
Yeah.
In good
And
condition.
they're very popular. Again, they both have a little black and white cording that goes all the way around the top of the chair. And they do look wonderful with plants or dollies or whatever you want to put in them. So this is, yes, they are crazy expensive now, Les. I know. Isn't that funny? Had one in the 80s along with Papa San chairs. Do you remember those?
Oh, yes.
That had they were round and they had the big cushion. When David and I first were dating, I had one in my house.
Yeah.
Do you remember my Papa San?
Oh, I do. I do.
Yep. I had a white one. So anyway, I love these. I think they're great, whether you want to use them for babies or you want to put plants in them. They are lovely. This is a 7.5-inch diameter round. If you're wondering if your pot will fit. Yes, Daniel Harps, thank you. Don't eat these. Good plan. That will make you sick. But I think they're really cool and they look wonderful in displays as well. And if this is your aesthetic, I snagged them just for you because I know they are really popular. So I'm going to start a countdown, and I see Linda is in at 13. Thank you so much. So you're going to want to come over 13 if you want to snag one of these. And if you're a panda bear, that's just roughage. That's right. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bid end. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes, it's been a fun night. I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
It's been a busy day.
We haven't stopped this week. It's been a nuts week, but good nuts.
In a good way.
I'm not complaining. I'm so grateful for what we do. It's just been really busy. Yeah. Okay. So Linda, you outbid yourself. So Linda, we're just going to do these for 12. All right. Do you want one or do you want both? Let me know. One or both.
Linda was second. Okay. Tammy bid 12, and then Linda came in with 13.
Oh, so Linda did get it for
Linda
13.
gets it
Who was
first.
outbidding
13.
Tammy? My bad. Sorry, Linda. Okay, so for 13, Linda, let me know. Yes, and Karen Williams, I'm sure you're wiped out bid ending.
Oh, I'm sure.
We're almost there
Thank you
to the
so
recap.
much, Karen.
Okay, do you want the big one, Linda, or the small one? This is the bigger one. This is the bigger one. So Linda, just let me know. And then who was the other person, David?
Tammy. So then Tammy
Tammy,
Thomas.
let me know if you want the other one. And we will go from there.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. We have such a good time, again, curating for this sale. And we are so grateful that so many of you guys come and just hang out, whether you're lurking or buying. Either way, it's just great. Thank you. Okay, Linda's going to take the big one. And then
Tammy Thomas.
Tammy Thomas is going to take the other one.
Yep, for 12.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
These really do look so cool with plants.
They do.
Okay.
Tammy actually said pass.
Okay. Okay. So we have one left if anybody wants it for 12. Okay.
All right.
And then you got the big one and the small one still available. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my recap since I am still here. And I'm going to show you what we had left so we can keep it moving. This is a antique Italian pot from an estate sale, and it is made by De Grazia Deruta, made in Italy. It is a fantastic piece, and I was asking $58 for this. No two are the same. And this particular artisan is very famous for Deruta Italian pottery. It is absolutely gorgeous. The only issue is a little flea bite right there. And then this is just some patina from the paint that has collected over the years, but it does have a little flea bite right there. So these Deruta pieces go for quite a bit. $58 is what I am asking on this one, if anybody wants to claim it. If not, we're probably going to send that guy to eBay to find a home. All right.
And Sarah, Linda said Tammy can have the bigger one.
Oh, Tammy. Okay. So Tammy, I have you down for the big one.
And on a recap, just so you know, we're going to show you an item pretty quick and tell you the price, and then we're going to move on. So if you're interested, you just type in the item description, whatever it may be, like picture, Italian picture, and then the price number, and that's how you'll claim it.
Yes. Please let us know what you're claiming with the price. So Tammy does not want either of them, but she bid on them. Okay. So Linda, I'm going to keep you with the big one. Tammy is going to pass. All right. Okay. And let's see, chicken shakers. Here we go. So we're back to the recap. So these little chicken shakers did not get claimed. They are so cute. $12 if anybody is interested. This one is on his back, and this one is just laying here, and this is how they look. They're so cute. 12 on those, and you can just put 12 chicken shakers. And then I had the Marie Antoinette style Erfilia German pottery piece. She is holding her little cup. This is a beautiful piece. It does have a couple little issues, and I was asking $18 for her. We are stamped and numbered with the original foil tag, and she does date to the 1950s. She does have a little damage right there, and she also has a little repaired chip right there. Okay, so 18 on Erfila pottery if anybody wants this. And if you're watching this sale and nothing got claimed in the comments, you can certainly email us and let us know. And remember, guys, if you do bid on an item, that is a promise to pay. Okay, yep. So even in choice, if it comes to you, that is a promise to pay. FYI. Yep. All right, and then we have the 1947 Kip Ceramics Demi-Tasse cups, $12 each. And we have the pink and kind of red. These are 1940s precious little ceramic pieces. Saucer and Demi-Tasse. The blue one does have a little flea bite right there. And I was asking $12 for your choice of blue or pink, if anybody is interested in those. And I think, David, that may be it. I think showed you the chicken shakers, showed you the teapot. And then it looks like I do have a smaller wicker chair left for 12 since Tammy decided to go ahead and pass then after she bid. So if you are interested in one of these chairs, $12 it is for you. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, David, we are to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. And so this piece here I'm doing for 34. It is a signed piece in the early 90s, I do believe, signed by Rita Case. And it is right on there, including the date, but you can't see the second part of the date. This measures right at 4.5 inches tall and then 7.5 inch diameter. Beautiful artisan piece, once again, signed from the 90s. And asking 34. All right. And then I also have for 18 this unique paperweight, blown glass paperweight with that beautiful cobalt blue. And it doesn't come apart. That's just the handle for the paperweight. So you just set it right on there. Kind of looks like a stamp almost. So that is $18. Just put in paperweight 18. And last but not least, I have this blown glass, very finely blown glass elephant. And I'm just asking $16 for that. No damage at all. So just put in 16 elephant. Les, I got you for this cobalt blue piece. Congrats. It's a beaut. I think it's going to be a great piece for you. And I'll get you written down. And that's everything. And also, just wanted to remind you guys, I'm still trying to dig myself up to 2,000 subs. So if you don't mind giving me a subscribe here on YouTube, I am going to be doing more thrifting videos. They are shorter, but I'm going to be doing more of those in the future. So definitely give me a sub.
Yes, both of us would love a subscribe. If you have not already subscribed, please do so now and just throw a little thumbs up on this video. Huge thank you to Karen Williams.
Oh my gosh, Karen, yes.
I know that makes for a long night, especially if you're on the East Coast. So thank you to my mod squad of Karens and Susans and everybody that helps out during a sale. We so appreciate you guys. And thank you for just helping and being here for us. Thank you to everybody that is so wonderful and respectful. Thank you for supporting small business. Thank you for being kind to us and kind to each other. And Johnny, we love and appreciate our loyal subscribers. Yes. Just FYI, I did drop a new video this morning, as well as David. David's was like 5 minutes. Mine is over an hour. I think it's my longest video, actually. So if you are feeling so inclined, like you still want something to watch tonight, please go watch my new video that I dropped. I have a good time editing those, although I'm a lot of times just cussing the whole time because I'm still not super great at video editing, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better. A wonderful week. Tammy Thomas, thank you so much. We appreciate you too. Everybody have a great night, and I'll tell you where you can find us next. So let's see. This is Sunday. Tomorrow, we will be back here on my channel for We Are Vintage with Enamour Amy, and we have a great mystery guest planned for tomorrow.
Ooh, I know who it is.
Love them. I think you're going to love them. You probably know who they are. So we have a very, very fun mystery guest, and that'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern here on my channel with Amy, myself, and our guest. We do a vintage chat for about an hour, and we get to know our guests, and then we do a little mini sale at the end. So it is all good. And I will tell you guys, we do have the best community and the best people in our chat ever. We are so grateful for you guys, to everybody that bid on the silent auction. Thank you so much for appreciating the high-end items as well as the $12 kitschy items. In my mind, I get excited about it all. So I'm just really, really grateful for you guys. Thank you. It was a wonderful night.
Yes. Thank you, guys. And for me, the Vintage Gents on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be on Mother Tucker's Antiques this week for the Vintage Gents, and we have those awesome auction style items, but we also will have the quick claims right in the middle. So
Yes.
it's always fun to check out. So definitely.
And before my show with Amy tomorrow, We Are Vintage, Misty and Jamie,
Yes.
Mid-Century Wasted, Misty, Thrifter Junker, Vintage Hunter, and Mid-Century Wasted are doing a sale on Jamie's channel at 1 p.m. So then you'll have my show with Amy at 4 p.m. And then you'll have Mother Tucker Monday at night. And I'm not sure who Jason's guests are this week, but tune in because he always has a sale on Monday night. So definitely give everybody a subscribe, a follow, a like, and some love. And then we'll see you back here next Sunday as well. And then the quartet this week on Thursday night, we have Fatbird Finds as our guest. So that will be myself, David, and Jason. And it's going to be a good one. Come hang out with us Thursday night if you can. Yes, the links are in the description of the video for subscribing to myself and David. And then Jamie, if you want to drop the link to your sale with Misty, definitely do. There you go. Karen Gillette, thank you for dropping it. And again, thank you to my mods for always being on it and on top of all of that. We appreciate you guys. So have a great night, guys. And thanks again for everything. We appreciate you. And I will see you again on Thursday. Peace, love, and vintage, guys.
And tomorrow.
And Monday. God, tomorrow. Okay, my brain is done. It's time to log off.
Same.
All right. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much again. We'll see you next time.
So much fun.